I'm not a fan of
a
mushrooms.
crazy
So.
amount.
I like the taste of mushrooms. I hate the texture of mushrooms.
Yep.
Well, you aren't fun
Yep.
guys, are you?
I never claimed to be.
Boo.
I also despise spinach with a
Are you
vengeance.
saying boo or boo earns?
Boo.
I'd know, but there isn't mushroom in this.
saying
That's
boo
too many
earns.
puns.
Okay, I am
Bunch
live,
of
and I,
nerds,
for some
right?
reason, taste blood, so that's a good sign.
What?
Is that the puns? Or...
Do you suck cockers?
Oh, what an opener, though. Welcome to my stream. I taste blood.
No, I've had a real bad cough. Like, I'm over the throat infection, but the cough's still here, and I've been violently coughing, like, for the past week. So my throat
Yeah,
is just torn to shit.
Yeah, you're gonna need to get that looked at. I'm not a doctor. In fact, I'm a professor. So don't
You were a professor.
Oh, you're
You're
not.
not. I'm a
Yeah.
professor, thank you.
I think you'll find in real life only one of us is a professor.
Yeah, my mum says it's probably fine, and she works in the hospital, so it's good enough.
Yeah, but does your mum like you is the question.
Also, what do you do in the hospital?
I need to
Is she a
quickly
clerical
restart.
She's a
assistant or an
she's a
actual-
biomedical scientist. She's the person that tells
Yeah.
the doctors how to fix people.
Yeah, but does she like you? Like, nah,
That's
he's
why I
fine.
went,
Well-
that's up for debate.
Yeah,
Speaking as
I can
someone
get
who
my
trained
room
in
back.
biomedicine, speaking as someone who trained in biomedicine, they don't tell the doctors how to treat you. They say, "This is what's wrong. You know what to do." Right? That's what you trained
You
for.
say that.
That's
I've heard many
why
stories.
That's why I went to uni for 4 years, and you went for like 9, 10. How long did you go to uni for, doctor? 12 years. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
And none of that did I learn bedside manner.
Anyway, we're here. We're queer, some of us. It's great. It's D&D. It's Friday night. It's D&D night.
It is
Who's
Friday.
Jazz? Who's Jazz?
I would be jazzed, but I'm on a lot of painkillers.
Well, that's a kind of jazz. Anyone else who's jazzed, but in a different kind of way?
Not really.
If I had an instrument, I would strum it right now.
Yay!
But they're all next door.
Bessie, what's the point feeling right now? You feeling jazz? You feeling classic rock? What do you think?
I don't know.
Indie? I went to see Rock of Ages last night.
I think it's feeling ska.
Fair enough. Also, just want to say, Gwent and Zormid, don't forget you guys can change up your spells if you haven't already.
I have to things that I thought would be useful.
Cool.
Awesome.
So I do not have the car
Oh.
because it is
Yeah,
not
no,
used.
no, it's not. It would be good
Not
for
right
us
at this
later.
moment. As much as it's
No.
fun as it would be to just have the car for a purpose, not the purpose that we're going to need in this building. I don't.
Fly up in
Yes,
the
just
sky,
look at each
summon
other
car.
banging it down through the ceiling.
And still
It
die.
takes 10 minutes as well, so as you lot die, I'll just be in the corner. I want a car!
Yeah, you're just in the
Nope.
corner building the car to drive away.
Yeah. We've lost Bob.
Hey, look, Bob.
Yeah, Bob said they were restarting.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah,
Well,
so
we
don't know if-
often lose,
yeah.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
the
I
one
don't-
doing the recording it
I
this week,
don't know if...
aren't
Yeah, it's streaming on my end, so it's fine.
Well, Bob can do their introduction when they get back. It's 5 past. Let's get started. Bob will join you when they get here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, gang.
Howdy.
Howdy doody.
Good day.
Let's change scenes
Hello.
then.
Alrighty. Welcome back to another episode of Alterra, the Shattered Altsphere. I believe we're on episode 25 now.
Oh,
Assault
shit.
on the Golden Palace, part 1, hopefully.
1 sec. I booked to episode 24.
I forgot to increment that count.
Either way, we're in the mid-20s. We all lose track, don't we?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Episode
look.
mid-20, Assault on the Golden Palace
It's a sheep beard.
/ Death of the King.
No, you're not gonna kill him yet. We're gonna die on
We'll
him.
see.
We're gonna die getting there.
Well, hopefully you don't kill him next week, because the last major boss battle that happened was the giant planetar, the solar, the rogue solar, and I
No,
was
that wasn't the last
for that
boss
one
fight.
as well.
That wasn't the last boss fight. You were here for the last
That was
one.
the last one.
It was New Year.
No, that was the last one that was a campaign.
Yeah, it was like a mini campaign. It was mostly just a series of like little adventures.
Hmm.
It wasn't really a campaign. There wasn't like a major overarching story.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
main
not
overarching
until-
story was we got really
This
irritated
stopping
at this
the Zola.
blob that we failed
Yeah.
to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, once we like released the blob and failed to kill it and
Release the blob.
tried to become a god, release the blob. Yeah.
That's the T-shirt right there.
Release the
All
blob.
right,
It's
so
almost
for
certainly
those
already
joining us,
included.
Lugrim and Assassin are not going to be with us today. Assassin may join us later on. Lugrim is celebrating their recovery from the cult. Or I guess rejoining the cult of life, depending on how you look at it.
They're lamenting their loss of the other cult because they have to send back their T-shirt.
Congratulations. Mazel.
So with that, let's do a very quick round check, because I got to start making these shorter as we actually get into the campaign, because let's face it, we're 25 episodes in. If you're watching now, you either know who the POs are, or you can go back to one of the other episodes, or, I don't know, come ask us in the chat. It'll be fun. We'll answer questions. I can't guarantee you'll get a sincere answer or a serious answer. You'll get a answer.
Yeah, you will definitely get an answer.
Just name characters, pronouns, one thing they're excited for this week. I think.
Sounds good to me. Wolfie, go.
Howdy, I'm Wolfie. I'm playing Albina Eleanor, the psychopathic barbarian who is a little bit grumpy and can, I think, still currently fly, and I've got a really bad cough and a migraine, so
And that's what they're excited for this week. Fuck you.
Great.
Hi, I'm Fuck You, an annoying little goblin shit.
Beautiful. Sincere Sync, Gwent.
Hey, I'm TRP Gwent, and I'm happy not to die this week.
Well, we'll see how that one's gonna go. The Point,
this to
aka the Holy One.
Hello, I am the point, he, they pronouns, and I'm excited to get in and get out and run away.
That's what you
Beautiful.
said.
Zormir, if you are back on vocals, we're doing quick intro, 5 seconds, no more.
There you go. I'm Bob. Hi.
Perfect, beautiful, I love it.
There's my character name already.
And Sid.
I'm James, I'm they, them, and Sid is gender fluid and has many forms, so they are multiple, and they are excited for annoying
That's more than 5 seconds, James.
That's
more than 5 seconds.
Oh,
James,
yeah,
it's more than 5
So
seconds!
bad at adhering to your own rules.
I stopped earlier.
Honestly. And I am Chris McKenzie. I will be your DM for this chaotic adventure through a world and with a players who just want to murder everything.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Murder Hobo campaign.
Yeah! We're not murder hobos, we've saved at least 3 people.
Yeah, we're quite.
I'm more than
well.
fucking 3.
We're
We're more like.
we're
murder.
manslaughter.
I mean, we do have a small crowd.
Yeah, but we haven't saved
Murder
them
middle
yet.
classes.
We've just gotten
And,
them out of prison.
I'll give Point a minute or two to explain what they're going to do with their thing they asked me about. But first, I'm just going to time skip a little bit of saying you dug the hole, or you found a cave, or you did whatever,
Thank
because
Yep.
there's valleys
Two
everywhere.
people in a hole.
And let's face it, nobody wants to watch this part, so we're just going to time skip having you found a nice safe location where you can temporarily hide out the rebellion. You've equipped the more feisty members of the rebellion with quality weapons, or at least better weapons than what they were currently wielding, while they rest and try to recover the shit-long rest they got last night when rats ate everything.
And almost a party member.
How do you define the feistier members of the rebellion? Name them, Chris. What are their pronouns? What are their
Zippy.
Well, you've yet to ask
No.
about the dwarf character, but it's definitely the dwarf character who
I
looks
like
familiar to another family of dwarfs that you've seen, who you suspect may or may not be related to that family,
It's
but
their
who
mum.
knows?
It's their mum. I'm convinced.
Okay. Okay, I've used Move Earth to dig a hole. There are mod cons in there of like beds and chairs and stuff, but they are all made out of dirt.
And you know what? Your what's your intelligence modifier? The point. How intelligent is the point?
+3.
+3. Oh, you've carved out a functioning doorway and like a rolly stone door that can like close off the entrance, but also unopen it with like a very nice, beautiful stone pulley system. Oh, it's such craftsmanship. You know, some of us might actually think that maybe you do have dwarven stone experience, but
Your forebears would be proud.
Yeah.
He has 4
I
bears.
only have 3 bears. God damn it. Anyway, after doing that, I take the female dwarf aside. I ask her name, and I give her, with her permission, tattoos for Cure Wound and Thunderwave.
Nice.
what did I actually call her? What was her first name?
She never told us. She got
Well, I know
irritated
you.
at the
You know,
point of
so
bugging
you
off.
guys. I'm trying to question where the hell I put it in my own notes.
I know that
I'm sure I
feeling.
gave her a name, but she didn't get round to telling you.
It took me
Yeah.
a solid 5 minutes to find a NPC stat block in Geddon last week. So
Yeah,
It was
but
like mid
One
combat.
off
It's
the
like,
bingo
I
card?
fucking need
I,
this. Where
I
the
ask
fuck
the
is it?
name so I know it is her later. Don't know it right now. I give her those two
lovely.
tattoos and an alchemy jug to, feed and water all of the slaves.
Pints of mayonnaise, everybody. That's what you're getting
Yeah.
for rations.
You've got mayonnaise, wine, and ale. Have a great time.
Beautiful.
How
I
long
can't
does
remember
it take
her
you
first
to
name,
put a
but
tattoo
she
on?
does tell you that her last name is Bruce Shoulder. You do have
Yeah.
confirmation that
Good.
she is she's not actually the mother. She is the auntie who who disappeared a while ago,
Oh, okay.
like a couple decades ago,
Fair enough.
Okay.
and she has
the
been
auntie who went
enslaved in the
abroad
mines
to
ever
Benidorm.
since.
Fair enough.
She went abroad to Benidorm and then a misadventure over them.
So what you're saying is she's single. No.
Hey,
point
get
is
in line.
Okay, do that. They're all sorted. They're fine. I can only do 2 tattoos. Just keep it. I'm making sure the slaves are okay.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
You're not invocations.
So I can in future, just not right now.
Infusion? Is that an infusion thing you can do?
Yeah, it's an infusion. I'm using 2 infusions to give 2 tattoos.
That's crazy cool.
Mhm.
Just
It's
one
only-
thing to have feather fall.
Yeah, it's only level 1. It's only spells I know, but apart from that, yeah.
It's still good.
Still, that's real good.
Cure wounds on a tattoo is pretty nice, just generally. So.
Yeah.
All right, so as you do so, and before we get into the next stage, which I believe is sending for the twins, you'll notice I've updated the intro pause screen. What the hell did I even call this thing? That's called the loading screen. I've updated the loading screen because you guys have somehow taken so goddamn long with this side quest. And you know what? I do love the content we've done so far. It's been fantastic. But I hear your complaints, and I've adjusted the goalpost to compensate. I was going to use this to just level up the characters who hadn't already leveled up, but I'll level you guys up at a later date for something extra. This is now just a party goal.
Yeah.
So if the party retrieves the Void Arcanite, which was the main objective for doing this, you will get your goddamn level up.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay!
Sorry, what level is everyone? And should
No.
I still be level 8?
Yes, 8 for now. You were supposed to get leveled up alone at this, but that way, I honestly don't think you guys will get to Ironcore in the next 25 episodes at the rate you're going. So,
I think we're going to it'll land around tier 3, I'm sure, anyway. So,
yeah, so
We'll see.
so this is for Ali Crow and James. You guys will go up to level 9 after retrieving the Void Arcanite. Everyone else will go up for 10, and then I will catch you up to level 10 with a different side quest that actually only takes a couple sessions and not like 13.
maybe personal side quests can gain a level.
Maybe. I was contemplating. We'll see how these couple sessions go and how quickly you get through the actual map.
I feel like the
there you
Ford definitely should have gained a level for his doing his sort of arc thing.
Quite possibly. But there's additional stuff to go there. So like I said, I will find an excuse to level you guys up so you're all equal level at a future date. You also have the optional side quest. I've only put 2 of them. There's technically more. Defeat the Oni King, which is technically an optional thing. You're just doing it to make friends with Izami and Akuma. But you will advance in their personal storyline to potentially unlocking them as allies if you do complete part 1.
And they survive.
And they survive. Yes, that was the one that I didn't include. Step 3, rescue the salvage vanguard, who at some point, Abigail will, whenever this comes up back up in conversation, will point out if they did survive, they probably got taken to the palace.
That's convenient as hell.
Because,
That's where we're going.
that's what happens if they did survive, they would have been imprisoned. Now, granted, she also concedes the fact that they might also still be in like the mine somewhere and just straight out enslaved. We'll see.
There's a
They're
big
strong.
hole in the mines. They won't keep people down there.
They're
Not in the lower
strong.
levels, but they might be in the higher levels while they like try to reconsolidate their slaves. It kind of depends on how the vanguard spin their involvement and if they think they're a threat or if they think they're just new slaves for the masses.
Sweet new slaves or
They're
food.
medium level rebellion fighters. I think they'll probably be enslaved and tortured in
Or
the palace
eaten.
by people. Or eaten. Eaten
Maybe.
after the fact.
To the
Who knows?
kitchen either
Well-
way.
Either way.
You also have the Alvina has the side option of potentially receiving some form of celestial artifact that was mentioned by the Dryad.
Yep. I also have a real hope that I find it, roll so low on my intelligence that I don't know it's the item they're looking for, and just keep it.
That's fair. And I'm sure there's a couple other minor things and plenty of looting you can be doing. But with that, let's actually get into it. I believe you're going to the sending. Fukyu, have you decided on your wording?
No.
God, man.
Where the fuck are you?
Good God.
That's fair. I will interpret and thingy it down. So go ahead and quickly discuss if you must. You guys got 5 to 10 minutes max for this.
More or less,
Okay.
it's just ask.
I'm going to spend half an hour forming a message.
It's just ask where they are and if they know any quick way either into the palace or to them where they can meet us in the palace. That's basically the
no.
gist, isn't it?
Or
Not too
any
bothered about
safe
25
way.
words. I mostly just need your intent and the theme of your message.
That's why.
Most direct route, I think, to them or into the palace to meet them.
That
Yeah,
isn't
more
going
about
to
your
get us
character
killed.
choice
Yeah.
rather than the exact
Safe
mechanics.
word.
What do you think?
Yeah, that isn't going to get us immediately killed.
Yeah.
Huh, that's ultimately what to fuck you.
Outside on side with
Give this goblin
drainage.
way too much power.
I think the drainage is the non-suicide route. Like, it's not easy, but it's not suicidal.
We could always, knock on the front door. That's the last thing they'll expect.
They wouldn't expect it. The one only janitor would certainly not expect it.
Can you imagine an only janitor answering the door and going, "Hello? Hi.
Is-
Can you point us in the direction of the Oni King? We have an appointment. Up that corridor there.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Hold on a second. We don't accept doorstep callers."
Does any of the actual guys look like any of them could handle a gun? Or
Zippy.
To find look like they could handle it. A
if I
few of
gave them my
might still have the muscle mass to hold it.
if I gave them a repeating gun, they wouldn't shoot themselves in the foot.
Wait, did you fix that gun yet?
There might be one or two. You've got decent insight, right?
Please roll it.
don't forget the repeating gun is
Broken.
not broken, but it is attuned to you.
Oh, didn't he? I thought he broke it with the misfire.
But I can fix it during that long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
But it is attuned to you, so if someone else uses it, they would need ammo.
that's a
Oh
shame.
yeah, your artificer is why you don't need ammo.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't sure if it actually just
No.
does it not stay on it for a duration or no, straight up.
So,
Just,
as soon as it leaves your radius, I think it's like 100 foot or so.
It's a pretty big radius, but it is
Yeah.
still a radius.
Yeah, I think mechanically, the game doesn't allow you to pass over ammo for that reason for balancing.
Mhm.
So to keep the spirit of that, I'm gonna go no.
he thought about it and then thought against it.
I mean, they could use your antimatter baton thing.
Gauntlet.
Does it just uses energy beams?
So
But then they'd need the energy pack.
you were going to give the gun to Aunt
Yeah,
Drew's
same
shoulder,
problem. That still has
and then
power.
realised I'd already given her 2 tattoos, so
Mhm.
that I don't trust
Right,
anyone else
so-
to be confident.
Yeah, I think the answer is no. So we'll move on there. What was the general wording and theme of the message?
So, general wording is: we're outside Golden Palace. Where are you? How do we get in?
Mine's very dangerous or something.
Meet inside or
Water
meet in
pipe
palace or meet in
Outside
or meet where you
or
are.
go in top? We can fly.
3 more.
Do.
But 3 more.
Have
Professor
nice
is dead.
Oh yeah, Professor is dead.
Professor,
Oh.
dubs.
I don't think Assassin would care. Or fuck, he would care if they the
I
professor.
don't know,
Professor
he lied.
exploded. Oops.
No, fuck you barely interacted with them, so he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
All right, that's good enough for me. And you were doing Izami, the more
The
less openly racist of the two.
Yeah, the one that is more
I mean-
reasonable.
Fuck you can't tell him apart. He just chose one.
Wow. Fuck you, just
Roll a
racist.
D2 then.
Can't tell them apart.
To be,
They're
to be fair,
twins.
to be fair,
Well, no. Roll me a d20. Below 10, you go with the grumpy one. Above 10, you go with the more reasonable one.
Wow, everyone who's not a medium creature in this game is racist. Wow.
They're twins.
They're also
Yeah.
look completely different though.
Sexist then.
He's a goblin. He was looting when we met them.
Hey! Random
Hooray.
rolled his army anyway. Also, yeah, fuck you was like looting when we met them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where you found the
Actually,
other
very
Vortex.
fair.
That's why I was kind of. Did he even meet them? Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah, he met them briefly.
Very briefly. Where's my void staff? Giants.
But yeah, that when fuck you was looting, that's where he found the orb of Ivix.
The nuke orb.
Bad orb.
Nuke ball.
Anyway, while I type this out, you'll get this. The response also has to be 25 words, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Word prime. Let's have a look. Okay. So she knows enough to. Cause she's a mage. She knows enough to keep it short and abbreviated. She's also working with broken common because common's passing at least. She'll respond back with alive.
They thought we were dead. Of course they did.
Been 24 hours. Assumed dead.
That is very fair, honestly.
Can you get to sewers?
Oh,
Thank.
Meet at cliff face.
that's great.
Cool.
We're right by there.
We're not going the suicide route, everybody. Despite what
So-
Bob wants us to do.
Give us time.
Hey,
If that's
I
all
was
they
given
found
us
said.
options
And
just to
the-
discuss.
she doesn't
And
feel
not
the need
be
to like,
just
use up all
shut
of her
down.
words.
So yeah, fuck you's gonna say, well, they thought we would probably die. I mean,
That's
one of
fair.
us did.
Yeah.
We did find someone else though.
Yeah, it's very convenient
but-
like that.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens. They said to meet by a cliff and they were going to go in through the sewers.
So the pipe over
Pipe!
there.
Pipe!
Quite probably, yeah.
Cool. He did have guards, so... And now he just cracks a knuckles. Think we're gonna have some fun, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, they might have another way to, like, distract them or get rid of them.
So we're
Gargoyles
not.
probably also like answer to Oni.
Oh, fair point.
Oh, I can't answer them.
No, the gargoyles might answer to the Oni who
Oh,
just
yeah.
would let us in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the gargoyles are trained not to attack the Oni, given they
Mm-hmm.
work for the Oni.
How intelligent are gargoyles? Alvina would definitely not know. She just
I don't know, but you can train animals to
Same
do
as
that.
you.
So I'm gonna assume you can train gargoyles.
Probably.
So Sid is still in their form, and they lead sort of into this huddle and say, "Are you sure you can trust these Oni?"
Oh, yeah.
Well, they are trying to
Oh, really?
overthrow the king.
But for now, as much as we have to.
They want the Oni King dead more than we want the Oni King dead. So at least until that point, we're fine. Also, his army seems nice. Another one there.
Go down to the bottom of the map.
Very well. If they
Mhm.
look like they are going to turn against us, though, do I have your permission? And I look at this point probably to... They would think that Zormir is the leader, but also they would defer to Albina as the strongest fighter. Do I have your permission to destroy them if they turn against us?
Definitely at least the brains.
Yeah, the brains and the brawn.
Do I have your permission, the two of you, to destroy them?
Well, we kind of helped them. We're kind of hoping they'll be on our side by the end of this.
But if they turn against us at any point, do I have your permission? I'm not going to launch a first attack on them, but I will destroy them. I hate, with a passion, extra-world identities.
From
Those
someone
who
who can
decide-
change different forms a lot.
Those who would enslave Noids.
Okay. I'd say if they stopped actively killing us.
If they attack us, I have your permission.
Within reason of they are actively attacking us. They're not inadvertently attacking us, and you
Of
then
their own
interpret that.
If of their own volition they attack us.
Because
With willing intent that isn't for a bluff. Yes.
I didn't destroy the professor after he accidentally lightning bolted me.
You wanted to, though.
Sort
I
of.
don't know who that is or care about it.
Oh, that was the dead guy.
The person you're currently
He
replacing.
lightning bolted Zormir once. And also hit you with he hit you with a few spells, actually. He didn't like you.
Anyway, shall we proceed? Oh, give me 1 second. And they go away, and they return, and they're black, dark-feathered Kenku, scarred, red eyes.
I thought you were going to come. I thought you would have come as an Oni or something, maybe. I mean, it could make you big enough for one.
No, they grunt and shake their head.
Yeah, Kenku are fine.
Yeah, they them pronouns. They, them pronouns.
Question, do you have to talk like a Kenku, or can you just talk normally? Genuine question.
Yes, Kenku are very confusing.
I mean,
Any words?
as you're just taking their shape, I would say no.
Oh, this was a full in-character Alvina question.
I
I assume they don't have to define to the laws of the Kenku unless they don't want. If they don't want.
Yeah, everyone realize how like similar Alvina's personality and questioning is to Bane's questioning. It's really hard to differentiate the two. Gonna need to feel
Jamie
like
does
that.
not change his voice for anything
No.
other than
Not
monsters.
just the voice though. It's like the mannerisms are the same.
Yeah.
Yes, he is the same as Wolfie as his actual Ari character as well. It is impossible to tell the difference.
One of those actors who always just plays themselves.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
Gonna get typecast in all your campaigns.
Yeah, there are
They-
differences, but I am typecast.
So, in answer to that, Wolfie, they shrug and say, any.
Okay.
All right, how are you guys planning to fly up to this hill or this cliff face?
Damn, I should have become a creature that
I
flies.
mean, the hydras are geckos, so they can just stick to the walls.
That's
can't
what I was going for ages. It's like, why would you just walk?
They can, yes.
they? So if we use the geckos, hydras, to essentially get close to the cliff face,
Okay.
and kind of look around, see if we can see the twins.
Yeah, fair. As you're kind of weaving through the valleys, because you did go a little way off in order to set up camp, and I'm assuming you have most of this conversation there. As you're making your way back to effectively the backside of the cliff that kind of goes up, nearly straight up. It's at a very slight slant inward.
Like
But as you
80%?
maybe about 85.
Very steep, man.
We previously described that it's similar to R4C. It's kind of got like that runway up, and then it's got like a cliff face other side.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the
Escarpment.
cliff face area we're at. Is it?
You're at the cliff face area, yeah,
Okay, so we're at the south
the
end.
back end.
Yeah.
As you're approaching it, Alvina, with your micro or macroscopic vision, how you refer to it?
Telescopic.
Use macroscopic.
With your telescopic vision, you actually spot the kind of glimmer of gold tattoos against the blue skin up on the cliff face next to one of the pipes. It looks like they've come over and they appear to be maybe conversing or at least standing by one of the gargoyles, who now, with your perception, you can actually see the ever so slight movement of the gargoyle. It does seem to be animated.
I knew it.
But as you're approaching, apart from maybe small pests, I don't think there's anything particularly in this area you need to worry about. Would they have watchers? No, they're not actually particularly bothered or worried about ground forces. It's aerial that they guard against. So yeah, since you're coming in from the ground, you actually don't spot any particular patrols or any what looks to be watchtowers or anything on your ascent. You are still being careful as you approach, but you get to the cliff face edge, and you begin patting things down for a vertical climb.
Ropes.
You start securing up all of your supplies, and I don't know, how are you guys fastening yourself to the gecko hydras? Have you made improvised belts? Are you just holding on to the, I believe you did have a saddle?
Alvina's got a saddle, so she's fine.
Like to
Gwen
tie
has
myself-
roped herself to it, like tied on tight.
Like I'm imagining
but like
the
a
sort of like
squirrel-egg
avatar
saddle.
saddle that Appa has.
Yeah. It was a custom fitted Hydra saddle. That has the space for her, and she can literally, if nothing else, because I imagine it's got like stirrups or something that she can actually like lock herself in with. She's gonna tie a lot of
I'll
other
have
people.
like a rider's nest.
Yeah, she's gonna tie people to her if they want to.
Yeah,
Like,
one will tie himself to Alvina.
Yeah.
I'll tie myself to the point.
Anyone want to take Gregor?
No. He smells.
Or
I mean,
Susie, the slightly better behaved one because Alvina takes care of her, or Gregor, the one that has barely been mentioned in the campaign other than shooting people.
I mean, fuck you's got a bunch of rope, so he'd probably tie himself to, or like do an impromptu.
Oh, I mean, actually
leash.
taking Gregor.
Oh yeah, we'd need to take both of them to get all of us over.
Yeah, we do.
No, I mean, who wants to actually take him? Because I can do that.
I'm not good at animal
I'm just
handling.
gonna start claiming myself.
Zormir, take responsibility for your pet.
I would say keep hold of your spell slots for now,
Yeah, we're
rather
gonna
than
need
doing
them. Don't just waste them.
because
Yeah.
I'm already out of all my third spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
You remember
I'm
how
really
using-
we,
good at that.
remember how we broke out of here specifically to get a long rest so we wouldn't have to
Yeah.
run out of spell slots?
Yeah, but I'm using this because I want my hands free.
You have your hands free.
Why? What
well,
have we been
no,
doing?
not if they're steering. They'll be on the reins.
Ah, that's fair
That
point,
way.
actually.
I think it's a fair point if they want to like keep guard or anything.
In that case, Gwent will be steering Gregor, I'm sure.
All right, I
Probably.
need the 2 riders who will be in the rider's nest and will actually have proper harnesses attached to them to go ahead and give me animal handling checks. As while they aren't as resistant, it's still kind of complex to steer a gecko up a wall.
I'm gonna give Gwent bardic inspiration
Can-
for that.
Can I have it
And I'm going to
instead?
give myself.
Can I have it
No,
instead, please?
And I'll give Alvina
Thank
bardic
God.
inspiration for
I
that.
was like, I've got a 1 for this, by the
Oh,
way.
no.
Do we?
Do I get
we
any
need to
bonuses
sleight
for the
of hand?
custom side, by
Do
the
we
way?
want to swap which bardic inspirations we're giving?
I've got
My bardic
you?
inspiration is slightly less.
Fair enough.
Do I get anything for the custom saddle, or is it just letting me do it?
No, it's letting you be attached to the creature about the subsequent strength check I'm about to ask for everyone else.
so,
Gotcha.
so you would get D8 for me then, Alvina, and then it would be D6 for
For Gwen, yeah.
I will
Could I-
take that.
Could I roll sleight of hand to
I'll take that!
to tie
sure.
the point to Alvina and then myself to the point?
What's your sleight of hand modifier?
I mean, why
Plus-
would you need to
plus-
sleight of hand that? We'd probably make sure everyone is tied.
Yeah, it's
or
like,
attacked.
so
Well,
anyone
in
getting tied
case-
to Alvina is getting very securely tied.
I mean, in case we're halfway up and we break, it's +8 plus advantage. So
Okay.
13.
It's because for tying ropes, it's a intelligence sleight of hand check. That's why they're asking.
Exactly.
They want to verify all the rope thingies. I'm just gonna let you pass it with that because I think you just passively make the lowest check. That's fine. You won't be in danger of falling off, but I am still gonna require a strength check to not like lose your grip and be banged about while tied up.
Okay.
Just in because you can still get a concussion, like break something, even
Can
while
it
you're tied up.
be-
You're just hanging
Yeah.
unconscious. Alvina hasn't noticed you've passed out on the rope that's attached
Uh,
directly to a
I will
to-
give
to bounce
athletic
off the walls?
and I will give you advantage because of the excellent rope tying. So everyone who's not in a nest and who isn't climbing under their own position, like Zormir, I need a athletics check at advantage to see how well you maintain your grip and don't get banged about.
Alright, fuck you's on
I do acrobatics
Gregor, and Gregor doesn't have a saddle, so.
Yeah, you're just hanging on to scales.
Well,
You're really
fuck
utilizing
you
that
would
rope.
have like tied a rope round one of the necks and tied himself to the neck of Gregor.
He's only got one.
He's a Hydra.
He's a baby. He's a baby.
He's a baby Hydra. He hasn't grown his second head yet.
Actually,
Yeah, remember
not
we
that
nearly
terrible.
met their mom.
Well,
And
Technically,
ran away.
they're adolescents. They've gone through childhood. They're getting to they're actually mid teenagers.
Ah, that's where they're grumpy.
Oh,
Can I do acrobatics instead of athletics?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna bounce like sort of rope swing with acrobatics, but
No.
I've got a minus
Tied on well.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
11.
an 11 for me as well.
Hey, you got a 12 point. That's not too bad.
That's fine. It wasn't a difficult check. A DC 10 makes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goodness.
Thank God you had advantage. Then fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does everyone succeed?
Those
Believe
two.
so.
I don't know who else was rolling for it.
I'm pretty sure Sid's rolling somewhere else. So Sid's just going to tell me if they succeed or fail.
Game log 12. I got an 11. You got an 11.
Yeah, Assassin's in the bag.
Point by 12.
So even if they were here, they wouldn't have to roll.
Cool. That's good enough for me. All right, as you begin climbing up, I believe the gecko hydras only go about 30 feet. They can be kind of driven up for 60 initially, and it's a short enough distance that you can you don't have to worry about exhaustion for doing that. They was up about halfway. I think we had it about, 300, 400 feet, so maybe about 150 to 200 feet up. It will take you a couple minutes to ride up, so you do have a couple minutes while you're just kind of hanging there. I presume probably for those who don't need to be upright, kind of leaning against it, just so that way you don't have the blood rushing to your head while you're like vertical to the wall, and your feet is still pointed squarely towards the direction of gravity. But for those who look around, as you gain height and climb higher and higher, you do start to see this beautiful scenery as it gets into kind of late morning-ish, early afternoon, and previously the darkened skies where you could see the expanse of the shattered Altsphere, the broken cosmology of various small asteroid-sized realms floating among a broken elemental ring spectrum. Begins to give way to just a faint light blue, and you can kind of feel a soft rise of a wind hitting against your face. It's a nice cool breeze, maybe a tiny bit on the side of nippy or chilly, but it's the most weather you've seen so far in this realm, being here for the about a week and a half I think you're at now, or somewhere thereabouts. As you continue rising up, those with decent passive perceptions spot the blue face of Azami kind of looking over, and you kind of see her almost whispering and seeming to like reassure the gargoyles, who kind of, you hear this little, as you get closer, chip noise as gargoyles kind of look to each other, as it seems to be that they're communicating somehow. Nothing complex enough to recognize a language, just kind of appears to be short little snippets. And you can see the gargoyles, who were kind of a little bit apprehensive. You kind of see them like rise up and kind of look down at you as you were approaching, begin to settle back on their hind legs, and begin to kind of almost look away and disregard you as if you've been allowed to pass.
Thank you, Izami. I was just going to say under her breath.
You continue climbing up, and you can see the rest of Titan Guts beneath you now, as well as the massive kind of, or the smallish mountain range in the grand scheme of mountain ranges, but in the scale of Titan Guts, this kind of towering cliff wall face towards the north of Titan Guts, as well as the expanse of wasteland to the south, and a little bit to your left as you're climbing up, that eventually gives way in what appears to be a just massive sea of space, as there is a massive hole in the realm itself. But after a couple months, you rise up to the cliff face, and I would say you're all free to put your minis on the map, but we're probably going to change maps very soon, so I wouldn't worry about it. You rise up, and there is just enough space for the hydras kind of get back to being horizontal. It does look to be a rather narrow space, just big enough for one large creature to kind of go in a line. You wouldn't be able to get more than one abreast.
Okay.
Ah. You're not dead. I see. I was curious if this was some form of trick by an aberration. I have heard stories of them being able to intercept messages or pass themselves off as other individuals. I'm not I wouldn't expect Nothix to be able to do it, but there is an Aboleth settlement to the south.
They also know there was an Aboleth with us.
Oh yes, there was also the chance that the Aboleth with you had killed you and consumed your minds for their own gain.
Yeah. We actually
You
don't
make
know where he's
strange
gone.
alliances.
He's bugging off. We don't actually know where he's
He
gone.
buggered off somewhere.
Ah, well, that will make things easier. We don't have to try and get him past the aberration sensors.
Yeah, he seems to like run away anytime he notices them, so that's probably the reason.
I mean, he doesn't really like danger, so yeah.
That's aberrations for you.
Mm-hmm.
think he's
coward
more
when
of
it comes
a
to confrontation.
scientific mind.
Well,
Not quite as
so is
combative
my
as
brother
me.
and I, but that doesn't prevent us fighting for our knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's been about 2 days since we left.
Yeah, have you been?
Well, we finally managed to track down Void Prime before he'd caused too much damage. It caused a little bit of a scene when he'd first arrived, but we managed to get him out of the way before any of the major parties discovered him. We've been hiding him away in the various caverns, waiting for your arrival. After you didn't arrive after the first day, well, we started making backup plans. Then, of course, there was another scene. I assume you had something to do with the giant explosion and the freedom of all the slaves, and
Point,
I'm pretty sure there are several dead Oni.
Yes.
I mean,
point directly at Alvina.
Yep.
Yep.
Looks directly at Alvina.
Alvin just goes, yep.
I thought as much. We'd heard rumblings that some form of there was some sort of faction warfare. They'd released trolls into the caverns, and I believe there were a couple rebellion members that were captured.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you have any
They didn't
information on
actually
them?
die. That's a shame.
Hey, we like some of them.
I mean, yeah.
Was there a Goliath amongst them?
I don't know. I didn't really pay
Okay.
attention to the details. I'll be honest. I kind of assumed that just meant you were dead and we were going to execute Plan B. But I suppose since you're here,
No, we're alive. Just
Well, most of us.
kept very busy. Well, yes, the professor's dead. The one who objected to making Prime.
oh, that one.
Uh-huh.
Well, these things happen. Noids are so fragile.
They got caught in the explosion.
Where is Prime at the moment?
Oh, one second. They're over here.
Just over there.
Just leaning against the... Oh,
As
holy
you
hell.
kind of come around the corner, you catch sight of Akuma. You kind of see him tut a little bit and spit against the ground. Damn it, they're alive.
Yeah. If it's any consolation, one of us died.
Finger guns at Akuma and just go, do you mind if I just... and point at Prime.
He shrugs
Yes,
his
I'm
shoulders and is like,
Casually wander over. Look for the Clockwork Dragon.
Yeah. That's mine now.
Not if I get it first.
I'm taking it. I'm taking it as in lieu of payment. He owed
would
me
have
an
been
arm.
able to follow them. Yeah, I see no reason it wouldn't be still with them. It did go off. It's had a day to travel. Which path would it have taken?
Wasn't it like
What?
attached to
It was
attached to Void?
I thought it was like
it was
clamped.
attached to its
Divide time.
loincloth, and upon hearing the party, if you'd allowed me, Chris, it
Yeah,
would
go
have
for it.
floated up. It would have sort of unclamped and floated up, and immediately scanned the vicinity, and not seeing the professor, would have sort of looked a bit panicked, and then just sort of looked around and looked back in the direction from which they came, and then sort of crumpled in on itself and fallen to the ground and almost sort of wrapped up in itself, except for a little antenna sort of thing that begins to extrude from it and whirl slightly, as if searching for a signal.
Hey boy,
If anyone wants to do anything at that point.
if I can get off Susie, I will jump down and go grab it.
I will also try to grab it.
Race.
So,
Give me initiative check.
if Alvina sees me take it, I have no way of stopping her taking it off me.
16.
Ooh.
It's beatable.
No, that's 9.
Yeah.
I'll use one of my destinies.
Why?
Because I want the point to have it.
So, on me or Alvina?
I want you to have it.
Okay.
Reroll.
I mean, like,
No, that's a nat 1. I'm not getting it.
That's fair.
Unfortunately, Alvina's reckless abandonment of her own safety means she just throws herself off the Hydra.
Ooh, dragon.
You're not actually quite sure that she was clipped in properly, and you suspect that Zormir may have changed out the harness to be Velcro. Because it kept breaking.
We go flying with her, right?
No,
Oh yeah, we're all tied.
the
Oh no,
point-
I assume
You're
I
tied
untied
to
myself
me.
to go and grab it the first time.
Maybe
yeah,
that's-
which means
maybe
that
that's
you're
why.
not. Which means you're not tied to it anymore because you specifically were tied to.
Which
the point,
which
not-
saved you from crashing to the ground very painfully.
Yeah, that was fair.
But unfortunately, it does delay you as Alvina is able to get to the small deactivated Silver Dragon.
It is more like a copper. I
As
think.
a copper? Oh, that's
I think it was more clockwork. It was a coppery sort of. I think it was brass or copper.
Yeah, it's because the
That's-
image
that
was
sort of
silver, so
colour.
that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
The copper brass
but it's
copper
still just
dragon.
yeah, it's still just sort of sat there. It's almost like a little ball of clockwork gears with a little antenna sticking up out of it that's going.
Master, master,
Aw.
master.
As if it's desperately searching for a signal from its home base, if you like, and this is a drill.
I pat it on. I get it. Does its head's curled into itself, so I just pat it, I guess, and go awesome, and shove it in the bag. Go. That's in lieu of payment.
I look at that. Go. We can discuss that later.
Mhm.
That's fair, that's fair. I'm pretty sure you could probably borrow Alvina if she ever wants
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
bardically healed or inspired again.
Yeah, so let's
be
get
bar-
out of here first,
She
and
can be
then.
legit. She can be legit bartered with, honestly.
Yeah. The point wants it for sentimental reasons, so.
Yeah.
At this point, Kuma steps forward. Alright, are we done with whatever these shenanigans are?
Probably.
Thumbs up.
Look, are we killing a king or not? You're already 2 days late.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got a little delayed. I mean, we didn't know much about the mines, and
By
you
the
ran
way,
ahead, so we couldn't
question.
ask you.
Question for you guys. And I give as good a description of the blue Oni that I'm convinced is their sister as I physically can.
Sorry, I just looked at the shattered Altsphere chat. That's hilarious. I already knew you were there, I just didn't see the image. It's a perfect image for joining. Anyway, stop distracting me. Stop. God, you don't. You haven't even said anything. You're already chewing. At this point, Akuma kind of turns up his face in a sour expression, kind of stares daggers at you as Izami kind of pipes up a little bit more enthusiastically. Oh no, yeah, that sounds like our Izzy.
Awesome.
She was in the tower, right? That's
Yep.
where he's been keeping her.
Yeah, tower on the roof, in the weird garden thing, with a talking mirror.
A talking mirror?
Yeah, she keeps talking to it.
Oh,
She just like puts hands up and just full on shrugs. Do you know?
I guess she's lonely. She's
Maybe?
talking to a mirror. Hopefully. This is why we need to
Alvin.
rescue her as soon as possible. Isolation does not befit a gifted mind.
Yeah.
Say, Alvina is not the best at magical identification of things, but she is a good scout because she's got good eyes. But for details
The mirror
of
wasn't looking at
anyth-
the room, so it was
anything-
magic, probably.
anything other than food, she could give you a very good description of what she had for breakfast.
Yes.
Izami and Akuma kind of share a confused but a little bit concerned look. I'm not aware of us having anything like that. I understand the kind of magical theory you're referring to, a communication device, but the Oni don't use that. We specialized in ink magic, as well as a couple other things. We'll investigate that when we can.
Yeah, I thought I should let you guys know about that. It was particularly weird. Also, there's some big gargoyles in the tower as well, like some big scary ones.
Oh no, yeah, those will be the ones outside the king's bedroom. Those are heavily buffed.
Makes sense.
Look, who cares? Everything's heavily buffed. That's why we were taking a risk on what is effectively rodent in armor, hoping that they'll do enough damage to the sheer. If the king was easy to kill, we would have done it already. He didn't get his throne by sheer luck or inheritance. He fought for that thing. He was once the strongest of us.
Was once. That's a good say.
Kiki puts their hand on their sword that's at their belt. Sorry, that's the name of the.
Okay, yeah, I was like, who the fuck is Kiki?
So as Kiki puts their hand on their forearm, as this Oni seems to get more aggravated and calls Noids vermin in armor. But doesn't do anything else.
Only zombies.
Doesn't move to attack. Just puts a hand on the hilt of the sword and just stands there calmly watching the guy.
Okay. So, shall we go?
I'm wondering why we haven't left already.
We can walk and talk. Come on.
All right. Izami, do the thing with Prime. I can't get him to listen to me. Oh, well, we won't really so much be...
Why am I hearing an echo of the stream?
Because apparently my stream unmuted itself. Weird. Bad stream. Stay muted. Don't want to listen to myself. Yeah. Azami kind of moves towards Prime. Well, we won't be so much walking as we will be teleporting.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's convenient.
Oh yes. Well, it is Void Arcanite. We drilled into its eye sockets.
As you all glance to the reanimated corpse of a stone giant with 2 large spikes of Void Arcanite pierced through his skull, so that you just see the base of the crystals glaring out at you. There is no expression on his face.
This seems
One
fine.
word from Kiki.
Where are we teleporting to?
Well, from what we could figure out, we're pretty sure Prime can only teleport to places they've been.
Nice body rules, of course.
And you know, we only reanimated them or brought them to life 2 days ago, so they haven't exactly been many places. However, we did manage to get them up to the height of the mines. We couldn't sneak them through the passage point. There's too many eyes, but we did manage to convince a couple of the Onis to kind of take a break and look the other way while we stuck them around the various caverns. So we have a pretty good layout of some of the rooms in the mines, and we can get to the highest point. But that's where it gets a little tricky. We have the rank and the kind of connections to persuade some of the Onis with less important duties to look the other way, but the elevator marshals aren't exactly
cooperative.
Cooperative. They're red brutes, so they don't really. We don't have as strong a connection as we do with the mages.
Okay.
So that's our first challenge, or at least we're planning on potentially just causing a second distraction. They've moved a lot of the forces through the mines down to the second level. Apparently, the king's paranoid that since this is the second incident in 2 days, and well, I guess technically the third incident in 2 days. Well, actually, I think it was the 4th incident in 2 days. That something is. He's convinced there's going to be more incidences in the mine, so he's trying to reclaim the lower level.
Albina's got a giant grin on her face because her dumbass plan actually worked.
So
Running scared.
We'll be able to teleport straight into the highest level, right underneath the brute's room in the lower level of the tower. But there's still going to be 2 brutes on guard as well as the sphinxes.
So lead the brutes off and take
Well,
care of them.
we have a couple options. We can, depending on how confident you are that we could quickly locate and deal with the king. Depends on if we need to kill them or distract them long enough to pass them, or do cause a secondary distraction. We also only need to get Void Prime up there, and then in theory he could come back and teleport the rest up. But we've been unable to sneak him into the elevator. We've tried a couple excuses, but each time they want to get permission from the king, and
Yeah, that's
we're
better.
already pretty paranoid. I don't think we can risk it, since Void is our secret weapon.
Gotcha. Question.
Yeah?
Sphinxes?
Yeah, they guard the elevator up and from the mines to the tower.
Gotcha.
Are these like actual sphinxes or like statues of sphinxes or?
Technically they're not actual sphinxes. They're modeled in it. They're animated clay.
Okay,
They do pack a punch though.
I bet.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm guessing there's no guards to the back of the king's room. Well,
the back
where
of the king's room?
Well, the back area of the palace itself, because didn't you have some kind of spell point to go through a wall?
What back area?
What?
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
if I
I've
can
cast
get-
wall. If there is a
if-
wall that is less than insert distance here, I can get us through it.
But
Oh,
we'd
I
have
think
to
it's
get
like 5 foot.
we'd have to get you up there in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so am
I
I aware of
Hmm.
sphinxes? Are they like the classic sphinxes from mythology that can be distracted by a riddle?
Give me a
Clearly, rather.
history check.
So
History, I am not intelligent.
So the layout is we have to get past these people to go up. Sphinx are at the exit of the elevator.
Oh, we can handle the sphinxes. We know all the passwords.
Okay.
It's the only brutes that we need to deal with.
How many will there be?
The brutes, they're keeping 2 on. The rest are down in the second level.
There is then the question.
Well,
Is
they've
it-
also got a couple on reserve for the more important guarding missions, but
Yeah.
they're technically a different branch.
Flat 17?
Nice.
There's a question. If we could get to the back of the elevator, maybe we could sneak you in.
Yeah. Good.
Well, the elevator goes straight up into the marshal's room, but like I said, a lot of that's been cleared out because they're all
Yeah.
downstairs. They've even brought in the golden worm to dig out extra entry points into the first level. Apparently, they've been going at it all night. As I said, they've already caught a small group of Noids, but the king's
I'll be right
convinced
back.
that they can't be responsible solely, and it makes no sense that they've used troll distraction. So he's convinced there's more down there somewhere infesting the place.
Can confirm. Troll distraction wasn't them.
But I guess technically we just need Void Prime to see the destination, or at least get to the destination, and then he can come back for us. So if you have other ideas or plans to
I've
get
got
Void
an-
Prime up into the tower,
So
that
you
could
say
work.
there's no one
But-
at the
but Mike,
top.
Mike-
So you know there's someone at the top of the lift.
Oh, there's 2 people at the bottom of the lift. We're not entirely sure who's still
Okay.
up there. We haven't gone up to check.
Okay, I was wondering if you'd
Okay.
spotted if there was anyone at the top, because then we could have just
2 more
literally got
questions.
past the 2, and then we're home free. But
How often can Void Prime do the teleport?
constantly, wasn't it?
Is it
We're
like a helm
not-
of teleportation?
We're not entirely sure. We've yet to test it.
He was teleporting
Okay.
at least the short
And-
distances quite a lot when I was chasing him. So
Yeah,
fairly
we've
frequently.
not seen him tire yet.
And by sea, does that mean metaphorical has to actually be there, or just has eyes on it?
Well, if my theory of how he's doing it is correct, I think he just has to have sufficient details about the place to be able to pinpoint it in a spatial coordinate system within his
Wait a
own mind.
Oh,
Invisible flying zombie giant? Anyone?
I mean, that is actually a really cool plan. I actually just thought of a way simpler one, but I like
but
that
how do we
plan.
get it to? How do we get it to follow our instructions?
You think?
Fly up there,
If we
then
tell
come
Akuma,
back, and then teleport us up here.
Oh yeah, he follows basic instructions really well.
Yeah, I was just thinking, we have Assassin who can put people's thoughts into a different person's head.
Oh, if we invisibilize Assassin.
I wasn't even
Get
meaning
them
just
to fly up
Assassin, just
there.
anybody who can climb up there.
but you've already been up there. We can just. You've already been up there. we can
Actually, have you already been up there?
Yeah, you can distract.
There's that Alvina you have. You've already seen it.
I've never seen the.
Distract
Oh yeah,
your
shit!
memory.
I could just teleport us straight to the roof, technically.
No, you can teleport us right into her chamber. You've seen her chambers. If Assassin extracts that, and then puts it into the mind of the Void Giant,
We'll
the
find
Void
out.
Giant
I'm looking
technically-
through. I'm just like scanning through every single window that I peeked in on the thing. It's like, maybe I did look in every single window that I could see.
You wouldn't have had enough detail. Oh, I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So I did work at the mechanics of this, so I didn't want you guys to abuse it too much. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
for memory extraction, because this is an option, Assassin, assuming you barter with them and agree to their terms, can supply the information, but it will only be of sufficient quality if they've seen the place in the last 24 hours.
If the brain or the or assassin.
Oh, the brain who
Okay.
has the memory. Otherwise, the memory will be too degraded to be sufficient quality to allow Void Prime to teleport there.
And I'm assuming that
Okay.
I'm assuming in technicality, the teleport has a range, so we can't just immediately teleport to the tower.
It has a range, but neglectable for the sake of the tower because it's bigger than
okay.
the whole tower combined.
Cool. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's... Well, technically, the limitation for the bigger, powerful one is within the realm.
Jesus.
It's a full teleport
And
spell.
here was me thinking it'd be like 500 feet.
For his reactionary abilities, it's 500 feet. He has
Okay.
additional, like, teleport powers.
Badass. All right. So yeah, if Assassin was here, I would be immediately bargaining. But
Assassin is here.
are they?
Yeah, but they're not talking now.
They're
They're
listening.
not. They're not
They're only
fully here. They are
However, I
here
have
and
talked to Assassin, and I'm going to say that Assassin will give some sort of criteria that they can flesh out later.
Yeah.
And I assume they will eventually find some compromise with Alvina to agree to the terms to use some resources to extract Alvina's memory and return it. Now,
Yeah.
this is the point I was going to get back to. You wouldn't have had sufficient detail for the kitchen because there was too much smoke in the place, as well as the lace-filled curtained room,
Yep.
as it too wasn't sufficient.
That's fine.
You would have enough information for the bedroom, the garden, or the rooftop hut, or the entry chamber you looked at. Basically, the two rooms I described as vague, was vague for a reason.
Yeah, 100%.
All the other ones are fine.
We could do the barracks. Albion doesn't know it's a barracks, but 'cause she's
Or
too-
the barracks that go off into the garden.
yeah, that would be
Or, like, not the garden, but like the back training area.
yeah, because she like, oh, there's a training area. Weird that it's connected to nothing because I roll like a 4 on intelligence or something. But that'd be a
Sorry,
decent room probably.
was the sister's bedroom one of the hazy ones?
No, it was the king's
the rooftop hut.
The rooftop.
Well, you have the king's room. That you actually just got a good glance into.
Oh, that was the one. That was the one that I actually went loot room, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one actually you
Ironic.
just got a glance of like a ton of like gold and loot and like a glittering gem. It was really just overboard. It was overboard to the point of. So you have both the first floor level rooms. So you have the entrance kind of semi cathedral area as well as the training area at the back. You have the king's room, the garden top, and the rooftop hut, which is in the garden.
Okay.
Which would you like to go to?
King's room.
I didn't.
I
think
assume
it
also
wasn't-
Aspen has limited resources, so there will be a limit on this.
Yeah, it wasn't the throne room. It was the king's bedroom, which had the 2 giant mega gargoyles in it.
Just outside.
We're gonna have to deal with them if we go there. Is the point? Essentially.
I think the mirror room, the sister.
That's
to
what I
show
was
them that
debating because it's like
yeah.
I've asked
To
them.
show them that we're like that this is your goal objective.
Yeah, I'd ask
one of the two.
I'd ask them.
Now
Do you
let's go
want
kill
to
the king.
see your sister first or kill the king first?
Because the sister we could get on side.
Maybe.
Unless she's
Unless she's the total
forget-
traitor, like I'm pretty convinced she is, but I'm too stupid
Yeah.
to realise.
They kind of glance at each other.
In this.
We should save her first and then take out the king.
Gotcha.
We'll never be safe so long as he's still there. Bringing
gonna
her
regret
into
this.
the fray might result in her getting hurt. If we take him out, there'll be nothing to hurt her. I don't know. It sounds. I mean, she's talking to mirrors, and look, I understand. But if he's still alive, if we get caught up there,
Oh,
we won't have a second chance.
Actually, that's a dumb one, but it might be. It might be that he's put some sort of spell on her that's making her just stay in the room. So that might
We
be why
can
she's
break the
talking to
link.
the river.
If we can break the
mirror.
link now, before we fight him, she might not fight on his side in the fight against him.
I was
You
more
get me?
meaning if we bring her in and she has a spell on her, she might actually fight on his side.
Yeah, but if we can break
So
that
if we
before
kill him
fight
first,
No, if we go to him first and fight him, she might charge in and go, "My liege," and attack us. But if we go to her first and free her, she might fight on our side. Remember what Chris said, we need all the allies. That's my thinking anyway. I'm fine to go with the party on this. Sid is with the party on this, but that's my 2 cents. I think if we free her first, she could be a valuable ally in addition to the two Oni.
I guess the question is
fight
do
against
any of
the
you actually have like remove curse or dispel magic that might be able to break something if there is something? There might
Stare,
actually be
lesser,
stare at Gwen.
now lesser restoration. Gwen, what do you have?
Stare at Gwen. The only person that might have it.
I don't think I
might
have
be a
it today,
mute
though.
I've got lesser.
No, I've got lesser restoration, but
Nah, it's not.
Detect
Curses.
poison and disease.
Looks like Assassin has
Curse.
the spell.
I might do it.
might
Bond.
do it. I'm pretty sure dispel deliberately doesn't remove curses if it's a cursed thing though.
I
So
think
it could be either dispel or curse. It can go both ways. It just depends on how lucky you are.
Yeah, like if it's a flat out curse, then it's a.
Why not both?
It could be both.
Yeah.
if I can
which is why
sleep,
it matters.
if I can
Do
sleep,
you
I can
actually
destroy
have the option?
curse.
Yeah.
I can do it tomorrow.
Can I
let's-
put my 2 cents in as well?
Oh yeah. What you got?
It could be something Arcanite based. Considering he's got the golden crown. That might be something Dormir could look at.
Could be.
The crowd. I thought the crowd would explode. I don't know enough about Arcanite. In or out of character, I don't know enough about Arcanite.
So yes, it sounds like you at least have dispel and you do have Arcanite proficiency if it is something arcane nature and is a simple spell. But it doesn't sound like you have an option if it is a curse or if it's something else.
Fuck you doesn't happen to have anything against curses, do you?
No, I'll just check.
Fair enough. I thought it was worth.
Right.
It's like you might have it as well. This.
Fuck you can only change their spells like when they level up. They can't do it just randomly.
You know, I thought every class got a upgrade like that.
No.
Oh, shame.
If it's something that requires a saving throw, if I can get close enough to her, I can give her a bonus.
Maybe. We don't even know that. To be honest, we don't even know if she's not just perfectly willing.
Yeah. She might just be.
She's like,
Although she
yeah,
could
this
be
sounds
too
like a good
ungrateful,
idea.
I think.
Genuinely.
Maybe she's just in it for the power. Maybe she genuinely believes in his cause. In which case, that's another issue.
Yeah. Let's kill the king. I think killing the king first, safer bet.
All right, up to you guys.
That's what I personally think. That's my 2 cents. I think we should kill him first, or try to at
We
least.
So we got 1 vote apiece.
I think we should
democracy.
kill the king, but Gwent thinks save the sister and then get out.
Yeah, I thought Gwent would probably go on the rescue the girl one.
Yeah, rescue the girl
leave.
and then leave.
Yeah, Alvina's on the point of killing the king and saving the girl are equal in importance in the minds of most of these people. So
in character
Can we speak to her, but not necessarily free her?
We
Like,
don't wanna
speak
let
to her, but
know
only
that
break her out. Yeah.
All right, I
we
think
wanna
you've
let
had
them know we're coming
sufficient
to
time
shows.
to talk.
Kill
Alright.
King.
Let's go ahead and do a vote. We're going to try voting for party options here.
Okay.
Vote in the chat, and audience, if you're listening, you too can vote at home to see what the party does.
Oh wow.
Should we go and kill the king first, hoping it'll break whatever is on the sister if she is enslaved? Or should we go and talk to the sister and determine what is potentially holding her there, if anything? Like I said, we're not actually sure if there is something holding her there. And yeah, these are our two options and paths. So vote now. The voting lines are now open.
Oh god, is it going to
Oh.
come down assassin?
Oh,
Son of a
I
bitch.
really. Oh, I'm so disappointed in you, man.
Thanks, point.
Oh, dude, I'm so.
But honestly,
disappointed.
Oh
Vote-
no! Sheepbeard tied it up. It's a fucking tied vote
It's
now.
fine. It's fine. The audience gets a less of a vote because we're actually in the campaign, and they'll always vote for the evil option.
I don't want Sheepbeard to have a vote because I know who they are, and I know
Yeah.
they'll vote for the king.
They've already
Oh, they
voted.
voted sister.
Yeah, she bid vote for sister.
Yeah.
It tied the vote.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No
Oh,
joke.
I know.
They tied the vote. I like-
James has spoken. They don't want Sheepbeard's vote on their side. So
What
yeah,
is this chaos? What is this chaos, Sheepbeard? If you're watching,
I think they are considering they voted.
Yeah,
Mm.
she,
Alright.
she bid's
It's
definitely
3-all.
watching.
so it comes down to Crow then.
I gotta
Oh,
fuck
fuck
you
him,
as
bro.
well.
Yeah, fuck you, it's not voted.
Oh, it's fucking you voted.
No.
Alright.
If Assassin's not able to vote, I guess it's time to fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you doesn't give a shit.
So
Hey, fuck you,
he's-
you want to
Oh.
murder? Fuck you, you want to murder the guy, right?
Fuck you's a libertarian, isn't he? God damn it.
Hey, fuck you, you want to murder the guy, right?
Book you wants to dethrone the king. Look at that gif.
I
Yeah,
haven't
exactly,
voted on the gifts.
Sorry, no, Assassin has voted.
Oh, right.
Which is
Long
To
live the
Kill the
king.
king. Alright, fuck you, put in your final vote, but I think we're going king side.
oh dear, this is gonna end badly.
It was gonna end badly either way.
I don't like that smile from you, Ben. That's like, I could fuck this here.
Well, to be fair, they can't, because I also get a vote, and it works better story-wise if we kill the king first.
Yeah!
I mean,
I went on assumption that the king is not on the roof, so probably closer.
Knowing that Chris would want us to go kill the king, I want to change my mind. I'm not going to, but I want to.
To be fair, it works either way. I just think it flows better.
Yep.
Kill the king, we put them in charge.
Everyone knows when you do a video game, you play all the side quests first and clear the map, and then your brain doesn't itch. Or is
Oh
that
yeah,
just
here's the thing.
me?
I'm
Assuming
convinced.
you think killing the king isn't the side quest, it is the
Yeah.
side quest.
Also, I'm convinced the sister's actually the final boss. So
oh yeah, so am I. She's the real king.
Oh,
she's manipulating him, and he's a
She's
flesh
just
puppet.
the under king.
He's a flesh
Oh.
puppet who she immediately duck over, and she's
I'll
a
be honest.
necromancer or something.
didn't think of that.
Then I'll
at
click.
all. Okay, yeah, no.
And
I'm-
look, there's
I'm a very
something shady
straightforward
going on
person.
here, because didn't someone literally said like a few weeks ago, she has an unusual amount of power over the king, or something to that effect?
Oh, it's all making
Yep.
sense now. God damn my brain. I see my shit. I don't see my
I agree,
glitches.
Sheepbeard. I agree.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah,
Living Arcanite.
You know.
This is why I play with
Okay.
Chris. This is why after 5 years I'm still playing with Chris, because it never fails to go. What happened?
I appreciate the comment, but honestly, I don't even know if I can take the compliment. This isn't even like sophisticated storytelling right here.
I'm his
I've not done
Alan
anything
Davis.
innovative here.
I'm his
Just
Jason
as
Mendoza from The
planned,
Good
just
Place.
as planned, Chris. That's all it means. You just go, was that intentional? Yes.
If anything, my greatest
that's what we
skill
call
as a DM here is just herding you cats.
That's quite achievement, honestly.
You know, it's fun being the Vambo in the relationship, the friend group. It's great fun.
That's
I
fair.
invite
That is.
more people.
All right. So it sounds like we are going to the northern room, which you identified as the king's bedroom. Is this correct?
Yeah,
Mostly
man,
you don't actually know where the king is. So
Yep, the vote.
I guess, sure. Let's go and...
Yep.
Also, let's be honest, it's the best time to fight the Uber gargoyles when we have a fully powered golem here.
Yeah, I mean,
This is
Was
the
it
best
just in the house all the
chance.
loot?
Yes.
In that case, we can loot and hope for magic items to help
Also
us.
true.
Could probably actually get the salvage table up as well as like
Oh,
the
fuck.
loot table.
Yep.
You can get both there.
Or we kill the king and then we leg it because we've done what we're supposed to do.
Now
They can rescue their sister.
we gotta get the
As a
loot.
character.
We gotta get the loot as well.
Yeah.
Alvina will be perfectly satisfied if we just loot this one room, and then do the rest of it, and don't need to loot that much more.
All right, we're gonna montage the like 10-ish minutes of Assas in retrieving the memory from Alvina. Alvina trying to remember her darndest to remember every little detail about what she saw through that window of the mega gargoyles into the room of shinies and pretties. And then transplant the memory over into Void Prime, who gives a nod, and Void Prime raises up his hands and seemingly sticks them into space, his hands vanishing from reality, or at least his fingers vanishing from reality, as he pries open a tear in reality, and you can see a purple swirling vortex with this crackling dark purple energy around it as he steps through.
I need to get me one of those.
The Kenku form says
Hey,
metal and walks through.
rock and roll. And also,
We all
I wanted to save the girl.
Are we gonna save the girl?
we're all just having a one-liner before we go in.
We all get a one-liner before the end.
Frankie doesn't. Is just like shaking his head as he walks through.
Yes, I agree. Their lines are terrible.
Alvina just be chewing something she found.
I can actually you're in the
Someone
room.
shrug at the camera and just go, I don't have a one-liner, I'm sorry. I'm just here for the fun.
Alvina just aimed the teleport, just spikes the lens and doesn't say anything.
Yeah, that's fair. That's just as good.
Little thingy down there. Okay. Alright, I think I still need to resize some of the minis.
The Hydras are considerably bigger than they should be, I think, as well.
Yeah, they're 4 instead of 3.
Yeah, they've grown!
More importantly, I wanted this place to seem big, but I think I may have gone a little overboard, really.
This is one hell of a bedroom. Also, this looks like
You know
the greatest hippie pad of all time with the art he picked.
There's too many cushions, is what it is.
Yeah.
No, I realized
Too many cushions. A D&D one-shot.
it's not really a spoiler, and it doesn't really matter. Technically, the only king is actually one size larger, so he is huge. So he is the size of Void Prime, and honestly, wouldn't you want a bed that size too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
So he's technically proportionally sized for everything, so that's fair.
It's an Oni
This room is
king.
actually to scale.
It's an Oni king size bed. It's great.
Yep. Is everyone on the map?
You're
not on the map,
Abigail,
please.
Zolmir, and Alvina, and the Hydras, and that's it.
I'll transition you between maps. But anyway,
One.
as you step through the portal, you get this
Why are you always so
falling
big?
sensation.
I don't know, but I still can't resize myself.
Yeah, we can't resize ourselves, although we have to wait.
Thank you.
No, unfortunately, I don't think I can actually give that permission.
I don't know, honestly.
You have to be able to find a way.
There's probably some super convoluted way of doing it, but
That's fair. I'm just going to copy and paste these icons between maps anyway.
yeah.
Make it easier. But as you step through the tear in reality, your stomach lifts into your body as you fall through space, and you could get that sensation of falling. As eventually you step out a little bit disoriented, especially those who aren't used to teleporting as much. And you step out into this kind of blinding room of just glistening gold and... is that chicken and, like, meat and... Okay, it definitely smells like someone doesn't clean enough in here. And you're definitely get the sensation that there might be tiny bits of chicken flesh under some of these pillows or in cracks, and
Is it rotting?
a little bit, not so much rotting, but there's definitely kind of a slight BO smell.
Alvina, have we teleported into your room?
I punch Zolmir for that!
How
But-
old
I
are you?
blush,
King?
I
Yeah,
blush
same
very
thing.
regularly, thank you very much.
Do you even have the chance to hear as you glance a room filled with chests bursting with gold and jewels and giant gems? There's sacks. There appears to be somebody has molded a pure gold anchor.
I pick up the anchor.
I cast fine traps.
Hmm.
Safe.
All right.
How long is that? Is that an action or a minute?
Everything is trapped. Every single thing in this room is trapped. Every individual coin.
Suspicion that
Just
takes
instantaneous.
I can bet Gwent would instantly cast that, actually. Seeing anything, trapped.
Okay. A sudden or unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable.
I would like
Fair.
to point out Gwent finds a lot of things harmful and
I'm
undesirable.
honestly, does that just ping Alvina?
Lavina pings a little bit.
Yeah.
You get two massive pings of these large golden, almost balloon-like spheres sitting against the walls to the east.
Okay,
Oh, the
they're trapped.
lanterns.
Don't go
They
near them.
are a huge size.
Okay,
Actually,
so
I think it might be.
they're
technically
gargantuan.
They're gargantuan size.
They're getting close to colossal, honestly, but yeah, they're big.
And as you kind of glance over there, Izami actually takes a step forward, kind of interposing herself, kind of like spins on her heel to face the party, her back to the orbs, as she kind of like puts up her hand to tell you to stop. All right. Shit, I didn't. I'm not, what would giant swear words be?
Imix?
Stone.
No, Imix is
Fire.
he's their maker, right?
Ducks.
Probably German. Scheiße.
Imix wouldn't be their maker, because the princes collaborated to make different elements. It would be Ogrenbach.
Oh, I thought Imix literally told us that he made the Oni. Interesting. Okay, he lied.
Well, he did. It was a joint effort to make the giant races.
Bastard lied to us.
Actually, who would even make the Oni?
It's literally you
Ogrenbach
said
would make
Imix
the
the other
Oni.
week. So,
Maybe they got a freelancer and didn't pay them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Technically, Imix made them in collaboration. It was a collaborative effort. It's because you go with the default of like if they're fire, they belong to the fire prince, or if they all made their own ones. But the Onis don't technically fall into that. They fall into the lesser giant kind. So they were kind of just made collectively as foot soldiers or like staff,
okay.
Offcuts.
rather than like actual warriors or fighters. So for that, I'm just gonna go with
Dave the intern.
monarchy of just literally swearing on the monarchy now, especially since they're technically a neutral faction. They unaligned themselves to the monarchy, so they would still curse it.
That makes sense.
Monarchy. All right, I didn't actually know if you would have any of these in here. I've only ever seen them in the what the fuck would he? I'm gonna go with throne room right now because he doesn't technically
It
I'm
could
gonna call
be
it the leisure
meeting
den.
the meeting hall. It
Alright.
could be.
I don't know, I'm gonna call it the leisure den.
Leisure den.
Oh, the leisure den sounds so sleazy, though.
It really does.
This is my
Yeah.
leisure den.
And that works perfectly because we're going with Sultan vibes for this guy.
I figured that.
You can tell by the 18 million pillows.
Yes. And the flying carpet.
I'm the chicken. Oh my god! Yeah, we need to inspect to see if that carpet is a flying carpet. Because if it is, I could.
We all could use a flying carpet. But
Hey, you've got a ship.
I don't.
Okay, but just whatever you do, don't accidentally touch them.
What the hell are they?
They're pods for his golden guardians.
Gotcha. Okay.
What's a golden guardian? Is the
Probably-
question you should be asking.
Bad is what I assume. Anything called Golden Guardian, from experience, never good.
I guess that kind of depends on how you act. Quite frankly, it's actually quite a fascinating like feat of arcane engineering. The Blue Magi Guild built them as a personal defense guard for the request of the king when he started getting suspicious about assassination.
Okay.
They're made of gold and incorporated gold arcanite, so they're effectively
Gold
what's
golem?
the term Unoids use? Golems?
Gold golem.
Yeah, gold golems. They're incredibly powerful. Like I said, really quite a spectacular feat. They can easily take on 2 to 3 brutes by themselves.
Good to know.
and they're the only answer to the king. In fact, if anyone touches the orbs who isn't the king, they'll activate and assess the threat. And if they find anything that doesn't meet their parameters, they'll annihilate it.
Cool. Zome, don't touch him.
Not going to.
I know we.
Enough. Don't touch them.
I'm not going to touch him. I can't steal things that try to stab me.
The point is looking at them, but from a distance.
Yeah.
Kuma kind of steps forward. Yeah, they're the royal guards. Okay, that's why we needed you. You're the distraction.
Cool.
All right. Last time I checked, he'd gotten a dozen, but I didn't actually know if he'd brought them all out of storage. He doesn't have them all activated. He has a couple in the main den, and then he has a couple more scattered around. I guess he placed 2 here.
I mean, it is his bedroom. That makes sense.
Zome, no.
So I was like, Zome, wipe up that drool.
No.
As you look around, it seems to be just a room that he's just filled with luxury. For note, the bookcases aren't bookcases; they're cabinets. I couldn't find a generic cabinet, but they are filled with kind of just these strange golden objects and jewels, and there's just more treasure in here, as well as this kind of golden mask sitting on there with strange kind of crystal rods sticking off of it. There appears to be 2 doors just south of here next to what appears to be some form of radiator or heater, as well as the room continues on south towards this large double set of doors that leads out, and the window to your north that you effectively came through, as well as this kind of large statue that appears to be just decorated in celestial iconography, with this strange wailing face looking up into the sky.
Where's the statue? Oh, this thing. Okay.
Yep. That thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Look at that thing. Isn't it beautiful?
It looks like a weird, like, if Binding of Isaac had Buddhas, is what it looks like.
It looks
Did you say
like
wailing
a
face
10-foot tall totem statue. Made of gold.
Everybody,
Wailing.
I need everybody to stop and not touch a thing and just look around for a second. Look for diamonds.
Is there a diamond in the heap? Or how many are there that are identifiably diamonds?
Yes.
I'm not good at looking at things.
Everyone go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Can it be perception?
Yeah.
Can Alvina specifically look? Or she does know gems.
No.
Investigation is
what's the
picking up and
mechanics?
touching things.
Yeah. She does know
I've been
gems,
told this
actually. Do I get
before.
any... you said I got something for gems. Do I get any help for that?
Mostly just using this to determine how well I roll in this table, so depends if there's actually anything in the table. If there is anything in the table, I'll let you just passively find it.
Okay.
Otherwise...
So I'll roll it as the base just in case. It's 15 with a -2, actually. That's not bad. But if there's if Alvina's gem knowledge thing from Fantasia has any help, then it's a 15 plus whatever that.
14, 15, 16, 17.
Oh shit, he was a big one, okay.
They're all pretty reasonable.
Apart from the 7.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
My
find some
passive
chicken!
investigation is
Fuck you,
15.
fuck you, find some chicken!
It's not on fire, therefore who cares?
Basically, yeah.
Alright, I need the point and Zormir to roll me a D100.
Aw.
Wait, not me as well. I got 16.
Oh yeah, Gwent got a 16 with the guidance.
Yeah, that's fair. Gwent, you can be the first one to roll on the table.
I was so close. Ooh, 28 and 30.
Yeah.
45.
34, 28, 44.
So bad rollings.
They're not necessarily bad.
Alright,
did
Gwent,
you
roll me 3d6.
Did that come through? Sorry, my Chrome crashed. I can't tell if it came through. I rolled a 16.
So that was 3 16s.
In terms of gems, you find 8 500 GP gems, so some of them might be diamonds. We'll find out that in a second. And James, go ahead and roll me a d6.
I've got the loot table up. Well, Alvina's loot bag at least.
3.
3.
0.5.
We'll get back to that. Who was next in line?
After all the like 17, 16, 16, 16, it was me.
Oh, Rena, go ahead and roll me 8d12. Works because you're the one actually looking for these anyway.
Yay! 71.
Oh,
That's a high roll.
that's a great roll.
I clicked the wrong one. It's this one. Oh, sorry. That's actually 86.
12 and you're
Oh!
21. Just take off
Can
the
we
last
just half all
two.
these?
Can you just half it?
You can't just get like a 35.
Here you go. You're gonna get one of these. Oh, you know, I actually don't think they do diamonds on here.
35 out of 40. Yeah, diamonds aren't on the
If it's on the tier
random
below
loot.
it.
Yeah, they're not on the random loot table because they are spell components.
That's fair. I'm just gonna give you some anyway.
Yay.
And they're rare. They're diamonds.
They are.
Yeah, well, this is the powerful loot tables. You know.
It's the king's personal quarters. You don't think he has the good stuff?
Hey, he might not have the good stuff in his bedroom.
I mean, admittedly, all the chicken bits.
what?
You're right, but still.
Yeah, you wanna point out, the king, people who have anything that's important or cool usually don't keep it in their bedroom with their underwear. They keep it in a vault.
Yeah, unfortunately, this guy doesn't.
There's special underwear.
Unless you're as lavish as this guy.
Special underwear. Is he Mormon?
He could be. We haven't met him yet.
Yeah, he might be a Mormon Oni Sultan.
Yeah, let's not yuck his yum. Let's not judge him before
Yeah,
we
I
get
have
don't
no
know
idea
how
what that
old he
means,
is.
but I don't like it.
Ah, big, stupid, ugly Oni. Judge him
Let's
before
not
you
hurt
know
his
it.
vibe then.
It's Harsh's vibe, that's better.
I think that's 8. 1, 2,
Hey.
3, 4, 5.
Maybe
6,
he's a misunderstood soul who
There you
never
go. You
wanted
find
to
2
be
500 GP diamonds.
Hey.
to raise
And
debt.
hold out my hands.
Yep, put them in it. He's like, there you go.
Thank you.
I'll put them on the list just so I've got them on the thing, but I'll put your name next to them, essentially.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. You also found some magic items in here, and I think it was C. What did James roll? 3.
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3.
2, 1, 5.
All right. Who's not rolled yet? Fukyu, Zormir, and I'll roll for Assassin. Unless Assassin wants to roll me a D100. Roll me a D100.
33.
Nice.
We're just not getting over that 50, are we?
It's a solid. 33 is a solid number. Like,
Yeah, but out of 100, it's not.
it's a third of it, ish.
Yeah, not a solid number.
You get a potion of Dominion.
Time
That's supposed to be an
minution.
M. Oops.
Nice.
Diminution.
Diminution.
It
Tininess.
shrinks you, babe.
Is it tininess?
Potion that shrinks you.
That would actually be
Zormir,
really
D100.
handy.
It's only up to that he has this in his bedroom.
What do you need me to roll?
79.
A D100.
I've already.
I imagine
28
sometimes
was
the
mine.
only king likes a bit of strange and needs to shrink down.
Or he wants to feel powerful and big. Let's not go there.
That was bad. I'm not
That's
going.
That's
there.
a worse one.
There's like
Yeah.
there's just the silence and the king just stop.
Mm.
I mean, I'd
this
already
guy,
had thoughts of what he could
Yes,
do.
I also had thoughts.
I'm already
Clairvoyance.
skeevy about this guy. Let's just kill him.
You gain a potion of clairvoyance. That was for Zormir, so I'm about to do assassins now.
Ooh, that's not the 70. That's nice.
So I rolled a 45 above, by the way.
Whoa, okay. You gotta like this one.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Is another orb of Imix.
No, I keep getting potions, weirdly enough.
Oh, fair enough.
There are a lot of potions on here.
Potion.
But it is a potion of fire giant strength.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
You also get 3 rolls on the primordial salvage table.
The
This guy
what?
loves his salvage.
That's one of the very few items that can actually increase Alvina's strength.
Did I get anything for my 45 above?
45 above. Oh, for the initial D100?
Yeah. Or is that?
Oh yeah, that's what chose which table I was rolling from.
Okay, nice.
Cool.
I gave you guys effectively on the loot table and took the highest.
Okay.
So you got higher loot because of the point.
Nice point.
Good. I pointed out the loot.
Living up to your name.
You helped Fate along, give you a better loot in the skies.
Okay.
Loot room, which he sleeps in.
Not the good loot. The medium tier loot.
No, but now that we're back around the point, go ahead and give me a D20, as well as I told somebody else they would get a roll on the loot first. I think I already did that.
It was Gwent gets the first roll on the loot thing. That was it.
Gwent, have the second roll on the primordial salvage as well, and then James, go ahead and give me another D20 because you know you're itching for one.
Well, I rolled a 3. What was that?
Oh, fuck me.
No,
That was for how many magic items you got? You got 3.
On the raw potions.
They were all potions. Yeah.
Oh,
Weirdly enough.
D20. Cool. Go
Yep.
for it. I mean, this character is that's a 2. I rolled over in that 20. Yeah, this character's only in it for like
fun.
2 more seconds.
You know what, Chris? I'm going to use my inspiration from last time. I want something better than the 2. Oh, eat my ass.
It's better than a 2! It is better than a 2!
Wait, so I rolled a 2 immediately after you got a 2?
Yep.
Alright,
Yep.
okay. I'll take the 2.
I'm going to go sulk in the corner for a little second.
Honestly,
you got some guidance, Gwent.
You are drawn to this underneath all the gold that you spot something a bit more metallic. Oh, it's this beautiful golden Myrmidon armor.
Hey, another one! Actually, it's
Me?
golden. The last one wasn't golden, was it?
No.
Yep. This one's a special one because you found it in the Golden Palace.
Nice.
Sorry, was that for
You get
me
e-
or for Gwen?
That was for the point.
Oh, sorry.
That was the mediocre one.
Yep. Step 1 to rebuilding the professor. Got it.
Make it gold.
I mean, I love it. I like it. A solid gold iron suit. I'm pleased.
That's funny.
Please.
Throw a little
and
hot rod red in there.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
A 2 and a 3.
A 2 for
A
me
stick
and a 3
broken.
for G.
Hey, he's gonna be a gold stick at least.
Yeah, we find it right
a
next
broken
to
gold stick.
I don't know. It's. I mean. but
You
once
find
it's
one
always there.
golden gargoyle cloak
That sounds fun, actually.
and one golden ochre chain.
I find an ogre chain.
You've got a pimp chain!
Nice. Fun fact: the professor had both of those things. An ogre chain
Alvina
and
had
a
one
gargoyle.
left. Alvina did have one left because she was using his like actual chains mostly, I think.
Hell, it's a simple weapon, right? And I speak giant. It's giant based, and she hates giants. They hate giants.
Yeah, I don't think they'd use it.
I don't know.
I
You
don't
can
think
go
they use
full Ghost Rider and use fire against fire.
They are spirit of
Become the
vengeance.
devil to hunt the devil.
Yeah, I mean they already do.
It's got a cloak achievement.
I think so.
I'm assuming it's just a
Gives you
coloured
advantage.
gold one, right? It's definitely not that one. I was literally just clicked it, and the first one is a fucking legendary item. It's definitely not that.
I mean, don't ruin my day, man. It could be.
I think it's a good item. I just don't think it's legendary.
No, it's a common.
Yeah.
It is not a
Ooh, okay.
achievement. No. Here's the
Yes.
think cloak should be on somewhere, but I don't know. This one is gold-like instead of clay-like stone appearance. So it's a golden clay-like stone appearance. Has a hood with horns protruding from the top. While you wear it, blah blah blah, you get stealth checks while among stone, or in this case, while among gold and stone. Question mark.
I'd like that if no one else was got a use for it. I actually don't have a cloak.
You're just walking around in a golden gargoyle.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, if you're going to
Currently,
be my backing
Add
singer,
gold
might
to
as well.
everything makes everything better.
Okay.
And then
Hello.
Ogre Chain is also common.
It Is it?
It's just a wondrous item, yeah.
Is the ogre chain?
It does not require proficiency.
Is the ogre chain any different from a normal ogre chain, or is it literally just a painted gold or an actual gold?
It's made of actual gold. It functions essentially the same, but I'll say the personality is a bit more pimp-like.
Yeah.
Someone's got their stream unmuted again.
Testing, 1 2 1 2. Whoever did fixed it.
Nice. Okay. All right, there you go. Those are all the useful stuff. You also just find a bunch of jewels and gems, but I'll roll that later because that's kind of irrelevant to won't actually help you unless you want to throw gold coins at the guy.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Alvina.
I do have catapult.
You do have catapult. Ammunition.
Well, at that point, I think the number of them is kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, just a number of coins / gems, etc.
I'm going to make sure I grab at least one gold coin just for the poeticness.
Have you seen the...
I assume you're shoveling all of it into your fucking bag of holding, but I'll just actually count it later.
Into both bags of holding. Into both bags of holding. Assassin, open wide.
Eat this. That's fair.
I've just put
but yeah, there you go. That's what you get from the loot. As well as, like I said, there's 2 doors that you can potentially enter next to the radiators. There is the golden, what appears to be celestial inscribed artifact thing, and the door leading out of the actual room. What would you like to do? Actually, we're going to take 5 seconds there because I need to go refill water and everything.
Okay, have fun.
So you guys can think about what you want to do and how you want to explore the room and blah, blah, blah. So far, the only traps you found are the 2 golden orbs that seem to have golden armor guardians in them. And we'll be right back after these shenanigans.
Yeah.
And I'll switch to the Be Right Back screen.
Yeah, so Alvina's going to at least have a look at this thing because it might be the artifact that she was told to find.
Yeah, I'm having a look at it as well.
Yeah.
I can read out one of our adverts. Hold on.
Were the doors by the orbs, by the way?
That's the main door. I think the other doors were these things here. Because it looks like there's gaps in the wall, and I'm assuming this is by like I'm assuming that's the radiator. So there's probably like a maintenance room back here, which might have some stuff in it. So Alvina's gonna look at this thing first.
Where to look to keep an eye on the doors.
Yeah, Alvina's gonna look at this thing first, and then if she doesn't find it interesting enough, she's gonna use it to remove one of the doors in the way.
Okay.
Brian's just gonna be by this corner, keeping an eye on the entire room.
Apart from the door
and also the best place to run away.
Oh, apart from the door behind you mean?
Yeah, where's Gwen?
Gwen's in the middle.
Oh, that corner. I think like in the top right corner, best place to run away by jumping out the window.
Just constantly popping back and forward.
You want to know what it is?
Oh yeah, that's actually a point. I'm gonna have to put on the loot list. Big ass gold anchor.
God.
I can read out one of our adverts if you'd like. While we're waiting for Chris to come back.
If we have
would we like Revolution, Critical Fit, or Zytec?
Not Revolution.
Critical Fit.
Critical Fit? Okay. Hey you! Yes you! Is strength your dump stat? Want to learn the skills to be a battle master? Is your constitution letting you down when it comes to pleasurable evening activities? Then come on down to Critical Fit, and with the help of our adventuring staff, turn those critical fails into critical hits. Get chaotic games with our state-of-the-art obstacle gauntlet for those who seek a challenge. Train your acrobatic ability in our kobold-created trap room, or work the bag with our top trainers and feel that big D6 energy. It's just how we roll. Muscle sagging, train with us, and soon you'll be bragging. Sign up today and get Critical Fit. Warning, Critical Fit does not accept responsibility for any loss of life, limb, or mind from the kobold trap room or any part of training. Critical Fit are not liable for damages in the event of maiming from overconfidence or bragging to any creatures or powerful enemies you may encounter. A subsidiary of Brightside Incorporated. Ding.
Don't worry, Alvina is not one of the trainers.
No.
Yet. We're working on bringing her in for a summer consultation.
But there are posters of Alvina everywhere as advertisement.
Uh-huh.
You could be like this.
Be like this.
Or maybe don't be like this.
No, it's like this. There's like a before and after, and there's just some other elf. There's just an ordinary elf, and then there's Alvina.
The ordinary elf is the after.
It's what happens when you stop working out.
Yeah.
It's a
Before
warning.
the trap room, after the trap room.
Okay.
Do you want to know what this is then?
Oh yeah, we need to know what the carpet is as well.
If you're wanting to spend a minute doing identify on it.
It's not a
Yeah.
bad
Do any of us
section.
have detect magic first?
I don't need a minute.
Tell you what, I'm going to use my. What's it called?
Is that one of Lugrim's
Divine
invocations?
Divine Sense.
That's actually a good question. One of you guys check, can you guys look at Lugrim's character sheet?
Mm-hmm.
Because there is a detect magic at will one. I don't know if they picked it though.
Probably not, but
It's one of the really good ones, honestly. But it's like a really niche one as well. So
Yeah, I just don't want us to cast identify on something and just go, yeah, it's a regular carpet.
yeah.
Oh,
I assumed it was at the statue Zombie was thinking of, but the carpet.
I can do it to the carpet as well without worrying about anything.
Sure. Wait, we're almost certain the carpet is just a carpet because we didn't ping it as important, but there's a chance.
Yeah.
If nothing else, we can certainly use a carpet because you just have to be creative. Any carpet is a flying carpet if you throw it hard enough.
So it'll just make the saddle a little bit easier to sit on.
Actually, we
just
could
makes
turn
it
it into a saddle for Gregor.
Nice though.
We could
There
turn it
are
into a saddle for
two-
Gregor.
yeah, there's 2 Lugrims in the Alterra campaign.
Well, shit.
One is Spooky Neil Tomb, one is Raya the Sneaky.
Which one's the level 9 one?
The Raya the Sneaky one. So I'm assuming that's Neil's actual character sheet that he's been using.
Probably. Assume it's that
knows?
one.
I am back.
We're just checking
Welcome
if
back.
Lugrim has detect magic at will.
Armor of Shadows, Eldritch Spear, Devil's Sight, Agonizing Blast. No.
No. Fair enough. How about it, Zombie?
Let's see if the
He doesn't need armor of shadows. He's wearing armor right now. He could have swapped it.
Mm-hmm.
Armor of Shadows is Armor of Agathis at will, though, which is the extra hit points.
No, it's not. It's mage armor.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the Mage Armor one.
Why? Actually, no. They're not wearing armor anymore. They took it off because they've got the braces defense.
Oh yeah.
Yep, because
Then-
Zombie got the slot back.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
true.
they've got the studded
So
armor.
the braces defense gives them actually like with mage armor and whatever their dex is, which I don't think their dex is awful. They've actually got a pretty okay AC now.
No, their dex is average.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they've still got an AC of 15, which is way better than the armor.
using
They're 15 in mage armor with braces defense on. Where they'd be 13 otherwise.
No, that's why he's not mute. Oh, he's not currently attuned to the brace of defense, so
He did it on the long rest. He said they did.
yeah. But on his sheet,
He's just not writing it in.
Yeah.
Neil is not very good at doing those things.
That would only take
Worm.
his AC to 13.
He's got if he equips mage armor at the same time. Mage armor puts him to 13 base.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then he gets +2 from the brace of defense.
And then he's also got his cloak of protection as well.
Oh, he's got cloak protection, so 16. That's the same as chainmail.
I will use an action to see if this has actually got any Arcanite to it.
Also hilariously as tough as Alvina's abs. Yeah, go for it. Is there Arcanite in this thing? And Alvina's going to be looking at it to determine if this is the weird artifact that she was told about.
1 second. I'm not actually on the map you guys are, because I'm prepping something.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're looking at the Isaac Buddha head thing.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna go here.
I still think it's a penguin. It's a penguin looking up.
It's a fucked up penguin. Oh, actually looks kind of like Plue from Fairy Tale, but yellow, actually. I see
Not
like
the
the
pointy
coin.
nose.
The coin. No, you see the nose is like that black smudge.
Yeah, I see what you mean with Plue.
Yeah.
As you scan it with your Arca Index, you do not detect any large sources of Arcanite in the object, or in at least large in the room. You get a little bit of a ping off of the Guardians, or at least the Guardian hubs.
Is it goes thing within 1,000 feet?
No, there's something extra I was get to. You don't detect any large in the room. However, you do detect a massive amount of Arcanite above you. Try to just get the direction. Yeah, above you and slightly south.
It was slightly south. Which level
just
of the
like-
tower was this?
You are in the second level,
The second level.
the middle.
Okay.
Well, to say least, this has no Arcanite really in it. And the bigger source of Arcanite is above us.
Above us. What was directly above? The third floor was the room I couldn't see into, right?
It was half taken up by the open plan garden with like the gold kind of flower walls coming up, as well as there's a chunk off the tower that doesn't have any walls into it, which presumably has the stairs downwards, but seemingly is kind of like an attic room without a window.
Okay.
Sorry, from the dimensions you could see.
Yeah.
From the outside.
That'd be the room I couldn't. One of the rooms I couldn't look into, at least. Because the floor below us was where the sister is, right?
No, the sister is on the rooftop garden hut.
Rooftop garden hut. Okay.
It's a little like there's a tiny little tower in the garden that goes off into like a
Oh,
little
I thought we were
ballroom.
in that tower. Apologies.
No, that's like a little mini tower on the tower.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, for some
Tower
reason
two.
I'm misremembering from last week. It's been a while and I've been very ill that whole time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I forgot. I thought his room was on the level 2 of the that tower, essentially.
Fair.
Okay, so
Do you think your pass wall would get us through this roof into the next floor?
what's the floor made of? What's the ceiling?
Probably, but we'll
They sandwich some Titan muscle in between the floors to use as like a floor ceiling,
Okay.
just because it's sturdier.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense. It's not something like it's not very strong wood that I could jump hard enough at the ceiling and shatter it.
No, it'd be the equivalent of steel.
So I can probably make a hole in that, but we don't know what's up there to look at the hole, and we'd still have to get through it.
Well, should we investigate the last room here, then worry on that? Because we haven't checked through that door, and I point at this, what I'm assuming is a door.
There's 2 doors to either side of this radiator.
Yeah, we haven't checked there.
Well, I don't. Was there any pings of Arcanite towards those ones?
No.
Just because it's not Arcanite doesn't mean it's not magic, or weird, or dangerous.
Hope you know, I'm imagining Alvina just kind of leaping across the bed and like bouncing on it a couple of times.
Pretty much.
Can they just be stairs upwards?
Also, it could be stairs. It'd be very convenient.
I mean, not to go for the most sensible option, but couldn't it just be stairs?
It might be stairs. It might be dangerous stairs, though. I tried the door.
No.
You do so. It's a sliding door.
Ooh.
It's pretty large. It's giant sized. It's these giant 2 gargantuan panels, but with your strength, you're able to easily slide it across. And you come in to a room filled with wardrobes. One of the doors being open, and you see this giant sized, just kind of silken gowns and golden lace and all kinds of fine fabrics that you'd imagine a great sultan to wear.
I want all of them.
I found a walk-in
Yeah, Kiki-
closet. Point.
Kiki
Yep,
says one word.
I am.
Heaven.
Yeah.
I assume I've spent enough time with the point to go, Point, I found your room.
Yeah, so I assume I was like hiding behind some cushions as Alvina opened the door just to get some people back there, but he's up and he's running in.
Well, there's the point done for a while. Let's check the other door.
Feeling up the fabric. I know we're in a rush, so he'll just grab one or two or three.
Alvina will be very knowledgeable, probably, of the Point's gonna just loot that room better than Alvina. So
there are hundreds of outfits here, each of incredible quality and richness.
Okay, my thought is they're all too big for me anyway, so...
Nothing significant. They would have smaller diamonds, just kind of like, almost like sequins, but like the size of... not quite your palm-sized. Like,
not the size of a child's palm? Like a child's palm, essentially?
Yeah.
Thumbnail.
Well, they're bringing sequins.
Yeah, that's like
they're giant sequins, effectively.
Yeah, like a normal sequin can be about that size.
But, Alvina, as you open the second door, you find another walk-in closet with more finery.
Point, I found another one!
I'm walking
This guy has 2 walk-in closets of the finest silks.
Are we sure we want to kill him? He seems quite nice.
I mean, remember, Point, if we kill him, you get all of this.
Let's kill him.
It's got to be said, this is the only king, and he doesn't have an ensuite. Isn't that kind of weird?
Does he go to the bathroom?
Is there stuff down here?
I look at the other Onis.
Akuma and Zami just roll their eyes and move on without answering it.
That's what I assumed the answer would be.
Okay, so I'll say I'm going to grab as many of these as I can in quick and just stuff in my bag. Should I just put in many silk robes?
Many giant silk robes. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I've just remembered something. That could actually be really handy. Keep note of that. They're legitimate silk, right?
Yes.
Cool. If you make silk wet, it can bend steel.
I would like to eat some of the silk robes.
You do so.
Just went, wait a minute.
Using my knife, can I cut this sort of... I imagine it's like the sort of bodice is covered in the diamond, because Revivify is 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds, not a single diamond. So I'd like to cut as many of the robes that do have diamond
on them. Give me a sleight of hand check to see how long it takes you.
Sleight of hand, okay. Rogie. Let's do it.
Whilst they're doing that,
off and just investigating rest of the room, really. That we
have. Oh, that's great. 27.
Damn.
It's so almost rolled.
Yes, James. Sorry, yes, Bob.
Whilst they're doing that, I'm walking up the wall. Also, still got spider climb and listening to above room to see if I can tell what's going on up there.
Okay, internally, right? You're not going out to the gargoyles. You're climbing up.
No, I've got spider climb, so I'm just walking up inside.
Give me a perception check once you get up there.
Good call. How tall is this room, by the way, just out of curiosity?
What did I make these? He's both 15 feet tall. He wants a bit of room. They're probably about 25 to 30 feet tall.
I about to say 30 sounds fair then. Yeah. Fair enough.
For Sid, you masterful craft. You're just slicing you're just running down the sequin clothes and just slicing all the diamonds off.
The point
as they just all fall to it, and you get so much diamond. I'm gonna say you get
Please roll.
27.
Please roll like a D100 to see how many diamonds I get like a 1.
No, it's based on.
Don't tempt me, Robbie.
All of them were glass apart from 1.
1.
All diamante. No real diamonds.
If I get 270 gold worth of diamonds, I'd be happy with that.
It's pretty fair,
only
actually.
30 gold pieces off of Revivify.
You get 1,200 gold of diamonds.
Okay. Those all go in someone's bag of holding, because that shit's heavy, and I can't carry it all, because I'm a weak...
Actually, gems are weightless for the purposes of encumbrance.
Well, great! Look at that! I can carry them all.
Ideal for transport.
I will keep them so that I can revivify commoners when I get back to the rebellion.
Just have like a money sack of diamonds.
If you get back to the rebellion.
Yeah.
I'll say I give half to Gwent at present. Actually, you know what? No, fuck it. I can't carry any of this shit. I don't have Revivify yet. I'll give you 900 gold pieces worth of diamonds. Ooh.
I'm testing that. Give it another.
For the perception, yeah, go for
That's
it.
very fair. 9.
Ow! That's cold.
No, it isn't. That's the heating unit, Zombie.
No,
The
initial 9 was just cold to his ear.
Gwent, the Kenku feathered hand goes on your shoulder, Gwent, and says, "Savior."
Jesus.
And then they move on.
Savior.
They only say one word
be
at a time.
D3.
I mean, you can say multiple words at a time. It's just different, like...
Different tones
No,
and
they
pitches
just-
is the normal one. But if this is personality of this particular thing,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
But yeah,
Single
Zormir,
words
roll me a
only, though.
D3.
Come on,
Mirrors
Zombie,
sadness
get a 3.
behind their eyes.
Got a 23.
No, roll a D3.
No, roll me a
roll.
D3.
Oh,
You succeed. Roll me a D3 for the random check.
alright.
You've got you like listening to
R,
the fridge
D3.
or something, or the TV.
3.
Right?
Noise.
You
You hear 3 guards.
hear the soft sounds just because it's traveling through so much, but you can just about hear something above you, as it sounds like, I don't know, somebody boxing up there, or somebody kind of punching into slabs of meat. But occasionally you hear this gruff,
Are they shouting Adrian?
Like a certain
no,
grunting
they're grunting. That's the word I was looking for.
of people
that's-
exercising.
This large kind of grunting sound that sounds not giant-like. It almost has a common dialect to it. But occasionally you hear other larger voices saying something intimidatingly or with aggression in Giant. Do you understand Giant?
Nope.
then
you're unable to make out the words being said, but there's definitely something going on above you.
Interesting. I've actually got to think. I think if it's commonish or like a humanoid-y dialect, it might be where they've got the rebellion people.
I shrug up at Zormir and go, "What?"
There's
Find anything cool up there?
there's some kind of commotion up here. Something that speaks in common, I think.
Common?
I couldn't make any words out, but then a lot of beating. Maybe they're trying to extract information from
So it's
people.
a torture chamber or a gladiatorial combat area. Got it.
I speak giant. Can I get on Zam, my chameleon, and crawl up to the ceiling and try and hear and translate for the people? The giant.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Guidance.
I've got. Oh! Do I have. Can Zam give. Let's see, do they have perception? Zam has perception.
Yeah, they actually.
And also blind sight. So can I have. Do I get advantage?
Where are you?
With my.
Which
my
one's Zam?
thing?
Zam's there,
Zam is my-
found Steed.
Oh
Yes.
no, your mount. How? Explain to me how your mount helps you.
By listening also. They have
They-
proficiency in stealth and perception.
They can talk to them in their brain. They actually can do that. That is a found Steed
What?
thing.
Wait,
Jenny,
is
that
your
might-
mount? Has your mount got sentience intelligence to it?
It is, yeah.
Yes, it's got an intelligence of 6, a strength, dex, con, wisdom, charisma's below 5,
Fascinating.
but everything else is above 10 except for
A
intelligence. which
found
is 6.
steed is essentially a fey, fiend, or a celestial that has taken the
It's a
form of
fey.
their pet because they feel like it, more or less.
Yeah.
It's genuinely the rule of it.
Then yeah,
They've got-
apparently it has enough consciousness to listen. Wait, does it speak giant?
I
It speaks
understand
one
it.
language that you speak, I believe.
See, I imagine that would be common.
Yeah. I believe its rule is it understands one language, it doesn't get all of them. I think Greater might get all of them, but the basic one I think only gets one.
I'll roll a d4 as well for guidance. So 15 plus. Roll that triangle.
I love Fine Steed, it's one of my favourite spells in the game.
That's 17 for me.
But if you're just listening for the giant has a lower DC for things.
Yeah. Just so I can translate for these guys.
Yeah, one language.
Let's see, we're relating to the...
Do I get to change the language? That's a question.
If you make a new steed, I think. Like, you have to kill this one, like, completely, and then bind with a new one.
Good.
I would say it definitely understands giant then, because this was a stealth mission for giants. So this particular branch of it understands giant for this exact purpose, I would say.
Fair, I'll allow that. You had no reason really to listen in on the commoners.
Yeah.
Or the peasants. Yeah, fair enough, you can have advantage. But either way, you succeed for the giants. I'll give you the giant stuff. As you hear, kind of in a mocking tone, so ready to talk yet? You sure are the silent one, but if anything, that just makes this more fun. Well, now, the boss said not to kill them outright. Definitely working for someone. Don't have the intelligence to pull this off by themselves. I'll get answers out of him. Don't you worry. Now tell me, where did you get the trolls? Where did you get the trolls? Who are you working for? Is this a plot by the Grove? Speak, you rodent! It goes on some time for that.
Noise. Questioning. Trolls. Rebellion. Savior.
Did anyone understand
I
that?
look at Gwen.
I think it's Kengu for its noids up there being questioned.
Oh, okay.
The trolls,
Nod.
maybe?
Oh.
By trolls or about trolls, something like that.
Oh, it could be by trolls. That's very
Oh, it
fair.
could be.
Probably
be the
about
trolls you're
trolls
through.
since, you release some trolls.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh! It still could be by trolls. Trolls could be asking why there are other trolls here.
I assume they wouldn't call them trolls then, like our brothers or something.
I don't know. I don't know if they like each other.
I mean, a troll's really that smart.
Also, these ones were kind of rabid that we threw.
Yeah. They weren't that smart.
Also, what's this weird
Torture.
dustbin? Yeah, well, don't worry. We're going to help them. What was this weird dustbin thing that I'm looking at currently?
That's weird. Dustbin.
It's actually just a bin. Okay.
That's a potted plant.
I'm taking another potted plant. I collect them. I've had a bunch of them now.
Of course you do.
Gold potted plant.
How are you going to carry that?
Strap it to my back with most of the other stuff I've got.
Bigger than you.
It's never stopped me before. It's a plant.
And what's your carry weight at now?
How much does it weigh?
It's a giant potted plant.
Quite hefty for the rooting system for a potted plant. That's
Made of ceramics. Pretty heavy.
Oh, ceramic. I don't want them.
I mean, no.
Speaking as a gardener or something that size, the amount of soil in there, yeah, that's going to be heavy.
Oh, it doesn't need the soil. It doesn't need to survive.
The Celestial was a dryad.
In fairness, it could be a fake plant.
Yeah, he could be a fake plant.
I mean, I don't see him taking care of plants.
Hey, Emmy is surviving quite well, thank you.
No, not you, the
Oh.
king.
Oh.
To be fair, at this point, you look around, remembering Emmy, and notice Emmy is no longer on Alvina. The thing has crawled up onto the little bookcase with one vine just pointing to the golden celestial statue, and the other vine just kind of like face palming itself.
Oh, it was that.
I'll wander back over to that because I was going to go and have a look at it next.
Yeah. I looked at it and I didn't get a response, so I went, okay, I guess it's not it.
Yeah, why'd your plant want the golden things?
Because I was distracted.
Fair. Oh,
While you guys are doing this, Akuma, you just kind of hear Akuma kind of like trying to grab your all attention, and just kind of like moving his hands towards the door out, just being like questioning, like, what the hell are you doing? Come on, are we going? Are you done looting the place? Let's go kill the king.
okay. How big is the statue, and can we actually move it around?
It was about 10 feet tall. It's a large statue. It's almost like a totem pole size thing.
Yeah, we could move it, but not efficiently.
Go ahead and give me a strength check if you just want to like try and see what the initial weight is.
Yeah, I'll see just how hefty it is. But
I mean, if it's made out of solid gold, pretty heavy.
You actually find it's really hard to get like a purchase on it. It's so round and large. You actually are struggling to kind of like hug bear it, and you kind of try and lift it, but it kind of goes at a slight angle and it hits against the cupboard, which kind of adds weight to it, and you actually believe it's quite heavy.
Got it, Emmy. We know it's here now. We'll come back for it. Because we can't move.
Yeah, that's an after the quest kind of grabbing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also,
like the pot plant.
Yeah. But the things we know it's there now.
Half expect you all just to move in at this point.
Yeah, puts a note on minimap. Go back here.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Quest
weird.
updated,
I'll actually put that in my legit notes. Celestial artifact is weird Isaac Buddha.
Fuck you's gonna ask Sid something. What's your Kenku's name? Kiki.
Kiki. Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, the thing that had been tortured, was it like a halfling?
Shrugs.
Okay. Did you hear them at all?
Shakes head.
All right.
Probably
Giant.
Is this another door, by the way, or a window?
It's the door out.
That's the door out. Okay. Stay the
Yeah,
fuck
fortunately.
away from the giant murder pumpkins.
Yeah.
How tall are the bookshelves?
About 15 feet tall, in the like 25, 30 feet room.
If you want the mask, I'll get it for you.
I want the mask.
Okay, I'll grab the mask for the point. I can literally jump 20 feet into the air with a standing leap. So...
Yeah, you get it. You kind of thingy it off. It's a little bit heavy just because it's a mask of solid gold. Except it for a giant's face.
Yeah. Here you go, plate. I hand you like a plate.
Right.
It's like I just handed you a plate.
Imagine like slightly a little bit larger than a plate, almost like a giant sombrero hat, but heavy.
Okay.
You got a giant sombrero hat mask.
Okay, it's going in my bag.
It is your bag.
Wait, which bag?
Actually, a good point. I don't have a bag of holding.
Because I actually don't think it fits in the bag of holding because it's too much of a diameter.
Oh, I've got an idea. Point.
Can I strap it to my back as a shield?
That's what I was going to do. Point, hold still. I'm just going to tie it to you.
I was going to say, otherwise I could eat it.
Can I ask
I
Azami?
You're referring to the limitations of the bag of holding entrance policy.
Yeah. It might actually kill you.
That's okay. I'll accept that for a really good hat.
I want to ask Azami something before we leave.
All right, you do so.
Do you think they would react if I scanned it?
Probably.
I don't think they would. I researched how they were made, but they were actually before my time. It was our mother who was part of the team that made them.
Oh.
It might give me a better idea of what we're dealing with.
From my understanding, I'm pretty sure they only interact with either being touched or I think the king has a special command word they can say to activate them.
A command word, you say?
I think like I said, this is he's tried to a lot of the people who originally worked with it unfortunately died in an accident.
Oh,
who has that mute spell again?
possibly Neil. I don't know.
There's silence, basically.
Let's take this conversation a little bit away.
Yeah.
If my geography is correct, this door should lead out into the pleasure den.
Will there be anyone in there? Probably.
Pleasure den. Pleasure den's a different room.
Oh, there's a different one. Is this like the one with the the ping pong table?
No, this is the one where the king lounges about between his main rooms.
Oh, it's his other lounge room. Got it.
In theory, if he's holding council or even just resting, assuming he's not in the pleasure room, he'll be in there.
Ah!
So he could be through this door.
Got it. And Albany just draws us.
But you want to scan it? How are you scanning it?
I pull out the witness thing and index of the witness and scan it.
I've never seen anything like that.
Oh, something new.
Do so. Technically, it all counts as one object, so give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, it's not a 0.
Fair. It's not an 8. I
Yeah,
think it's the
it's,
important thing for yours.
Just double checking what they have actually said the index gives you. It can locate, it can also identify. No, it's technically an arcane creature. It's not an item, but I'll give you something. Well, technically the orb is an item, since it's part of it. The orb is effectively a regeneration chamber for gold arcanite golems. Or, I guess, gold golems.
It's a heal pod for them, understood.
Yeah, it's effectively where they go to rest and recharge.
Yeah.
It draws in natural evocation energies and converts it into energy to fuel and repair the gold golems, or the golden guardians, as they're officially called. You know that they are currently occupied and active, and that there appears to be a golden golem inside. The golden golem, like with any other golem, has a arcanite heart effectively to bring it to life and animate it, and is quite a powerful creation. I believe it's slightly more powerful even than what's the highest one? It's not stone. It's
Iron's the big one.
Is iron the big one?
Iron's the big one in 5e. It's like a CR 18 or something like that.
Well, Iron Golem.
Iron Golems are big and nasty.
It's CR 16.
Yeah, they're really brutal. Iron Golems are terrifying because they're almost indestructible.
You know, it's less powerful than an Iron Golem, but a Gold Golem has regenerative properties.
That makes sense. Gold is softer than iron, but it's still very solid.
Yeah, it doesn't. While it has less hit points and does less damage, it also regenerates more. So, in like a smaller attrition fight, it actually wins out.
Does it have? Can you tell? Because all the golems have some weird thing which heals them. Do you get any indication on that, or do these just heal passively and not actually have something like that?
With an 11, unfortunately, you do not get any special properties.
Worth a try.
You just get the kind of relative vibe off them. So they are probably somewhere around CR 13-ish.
Certainly nasty enough.
Yeah, they're powerful, especially in numbers, and if you can't thingy them down quick enough.
Yeah, they'll keep getting better, so long.
They'll keep healing.
Yeah, focus them down, basically, if we do need to get into a scrap with them, like, nuke the fucker.
Amber Golems.
They're really cool. I like this idea for a creature. They're really cool. I'm gonna regret saying that as soon as he activates 6 of them in the room at the same time as us. But at the moment, they're really cool. Cause I've got a great mental picture of what I think they look like, and I'm happy.
So
there is a silver gold.
They regenerate from the looks of it, and they're fairly tough, but not so damaging as iron.
I mean, they're made of gold. Gold's softer than iron. It's still nasty enough, though. It's a golem.
Yes. And the fact that they heal somehow. I don't know how, but...
Magic.
Oh, they're healing right now in those pods.
Oh, if
Is
they
there a way to push? Is there a way to push some sort of ward over something in front of these things so that if battle commences, they don't get out?
It's a golem. What's gonna stop it?
I don't think it would matter. They've still got decent strength.
A golem can smash through a solid wall like it's paper.
They were deliberately created from what I know, and it's why they're so deadly. Is they're created with converter matrices.
What's a converter matrix?
Well, because they're so malleable, what they do, and we've actually not I've only heard about rumors like this. We've never actually seen the Golem King use them in the last couple decades. But apparently before my time with the older generation...
Can I make a guess here? That they can squeeze through any object by becoming thinner or less dense and like just squeezing through small cracks?
No, not exactly. Something similar, but they actually, if they get their hands on you, they can kind of stain you or infect you in a way with the gold particles, and they can effectively cut off any self-regeneration. So
I was half expecting you to say that they could take us over. I know Gold Arcanite is a living Arcanite.
To be fair, that's just what gives them their animated and healing properties. They can absorb the natural energies and convert it into life. But they can also effectively steal regeneration abilities, and for creature, one of the only strength is that our ability to heal quickly. So cutting that off and them still being able to heal changes the fight.
Gotcha. They're anti-healing things, monsters, so they're good at making sure there's no rebellions. That makes a lot of sense. That's nasty.
Oh yeah, they're effectively the Royal Guard.
Yeah, it's nasty. Okay, so we're going through this door. Sid, why are you so tiny?
Sid, why are you so tiny? Did you drink the potion of diminishness?
Hurry up.
Oh. Sid, you've stretched really far. I mean, if everyone's ready, like I said, the king could be on the other side. What, do we have a game plan? Are there any preparations you need to make?
Oh, yeah, I do.
We kill him.
I go behind a couch and come back as a water genasi.
Okay.
No, we kill him.
Okay, remember, no matter what he says, he will try, and once he realizes he's outclassed, kind of weasel his way out of this. But also, don't underestimate him. He reunited the Oni clans in Titan Guts over a century ago, and he's ruled with an iron fist since. He won by conquest and by defeating the other clan chiefs.
He's an old, trained veteran, basically, so he's good. Even if he's not as good as he used to be, you seem to say. Like, he was the most powerful, now he's a bit but he's still powerful,
yeah, and
right?
He spent decades just lazing around in luxury, and he might look like he's no longer in fitting shape, but that's a deception. There's a deceptive strength under there.
Ah, so he's one of those ones that's bulked out, but they're still mostly muscle. Gotcha.
Yes, a fat sack of shit, and he can still punch. So punch harder.
Gotcha.
So
blessed.
We ready?
So who's going in first?
Who do you think?
Well, I was thinking we'd crack the door and see if we could grab a peek first.
Yeah, I'll do that. I slide the door very slightly, and
if your prime can see through the crack in the door, he can teleport us right to on top of the Oni King, and we could fall on him from above and attack from above and paint the walls with his blood.
Is that going to look between you and the prime? Do you have anything that would make him more stealthy? Kind of looks over to the prime, just kind of staring there with a blank expression.
Wait a minute.
They follow instructions, but they're not exactly quiet.
Wait a minute. All it needs is a direct line of sight through there. Step back and look through it. It doesn't need to be close to be able to see through the door hole.
I've got an idea. We could stitch together some cushions and attach them with rope to his feet. Yeah.
I actually like that idea more.
That's
The
not
door
bad.
opens in the center, so
Oh, gotcha.
if I'm really quiet and I crack it open, in theory the Prime could see through.
Yeah.
That's not. But could we get the Hydras further away from the door? They're not exactly quiet.
Susie.
You see the Hydras just munching on the carpets.
Alvina would definitely toss something for Susie.
so
I'm imagining.
They are munching on the rugs, yeah?
Yeah, I
Greg is
was gonna
eating
say,
a
I'm
pot of
imagining. I'm imagining like the floor rug that like leads into a room. They're just eating it like a big bit of tagliatelle.
Yeah.
Oh no! Don't do that. Oh, that's not so
Yeah,
good.
no, you just gotta let them do it.
Yeah, there's chicken in those rugs, remember?
Yeah.
Let's open up a little.
Yeah, crack the door slightly. Alvina will be helping crack the door very quietly.
Whoever is helping, go ahead and give me. Well, this will be a too many cooks, so at least 2 of the party, or maximum 2 of the party, can help.
Yeah.
Who would like to volunteer?
Who's got the best stealth?
Doesn't have to be. It's up to 2.
I'm pretty good, but in this form I'm kind of clumsy.
Gwen's pretty good at stealth.
Yes, Gwent's got a good one. Alvina's got high dex. She doesn't actually have stealth, but she's got good dex.
I think Assassin said me.
I've got +11 in stealth.
What's Assassin stealth?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Is it higher than the paladin? Just out of interest.
I feel like
higher than the paladin.
I feel like that's a genuine question of the parties. Like, how stealthy are you? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Unfortunately, the only do not actually have stealth.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I am not that stealthy. I am only +3 stealthy.
Yeah, you're same as Alvina, to be fair. Alvina, weirdly enough, has advantage in most things, but that doesn't work in this case, I'm assuming.
Whoever had the 2 highest stealths, go ahead and whoever had the highest stealth, go ahead and roll stealth with advantage from the help with the person with the 2nd highest stealth.
That's 9.
+11 for me.
I'm
Nice.
+7.
Yeah.
Damn, so you said +11, mate.
Nice.
Their new form, the water genasi, sort of comes forward and immediately bangs their knee off of that couch there. Moves.
Alvina picks up the couch. As he can move past it.
It's a little tiny ass couch compared to everything else.
It rolled over. 29.
Nice.
Wait, no. What?
Yeah, you got
What
advantage.
was that?
Yeah, 29.
Holy fuck, okay.
I'm only seeing 14 though there.
Is it
Well, I'm
this
seeing 29, so good enough for me.
14 to 29 is what it says, because you got advantage. So.
Oh,
It worked.
Apparently they can't see the second square.
They style out the tripping on the couch because their personality flaw is clumsy. Moves forward. Their blue-green wavy hair sort of blowing in the wind, and they sort of land right by, and the shoulder jams against the door jamb, and they look through and give a nod and a thumbs up.
That's because you don't know his name yet.
I just like that his name is Large Oni Brute. That's just amazing to me.
Or Lob for short.
But as you successfully crack the door open, not alerting to anyone in the next room, you glance a line of sight into the other room, and decorated in this pure gold Titan plate, as well as just their skin entirely covered in gold ink. There's not a single trace of actual black ink in there. It is just fully diluted gold ink, kind of built on top of itself. So with those with the highest passives can see that there is actually glyphs inside the gold ink, but it is gold ink on gold paint, effectively. So it's incredibly difficult to make out. And the Oni King sitting there with a golden crown, with a little kind of cup holder on the top of it that seems to be missing a part. It's just entirely emblazed in gold. Their armor is kind of buckling from the expanding belly. You can kind of see that it's kind of bulked out a little bit and disshaped. And the Only King is just kind of lounging there, half on his back, half kind of just sitting up in this lounging chair, with just this table filled with this kind of cooked lamb legs.
Lamb chicken.
Lamb chicken legs.
It's finger looking good.
Licking legs.
Yeah, in Rebellion can't.
Yeah, King and Gold, but with buckling, kind of breaking armor because he's outgrown it.
Yeah, 100% got that. That is a nice one.
And more importantly,
Robert Baratheon. That's who it is. Robert Baratheon.
Yes, that's exactly.
Actually, yes, Robert Baratheon.
Yeah,
it is because he's also got the demeanor. He just like hunts and eats now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But more importantly, to Zormir, if you're pacifist, you kind of take a little look as well. You notice that kind of propped up against either side of the chair are these two long golden poles similar to the glaives, but on either end is not the gold streaked blades, but the void arcanite propellers attached to a stick. He has used 4 of them to make 2 double-edged glaives. As well as the large Oni is standing there with a 3rd glaive with the other 2 void arcanite propellers on either side of it for the remaining 6.
This is his commander, would be my guess, if anything, considering that he's also got this super powerful weapon. That's his second in command.
You hear a slight clicking. Anyone who understands deep speech, here's a motherfucker.
I don't even need to understand to know exactly what you said there.
That's one of the only languages I don't know.
Alvina doesn't need to understand to know exactly what you just said. She spent enough time with Zormir to know that.
Yeah, very rude, honestly. The fact that I'm one of the only ones to understand that is very rude. It feels like you're swearing at me.
Out of curiosity, Gwen, is that Shield of Faith on you?
Oh, sorry, Assassin.
Cool. Just thought I'd check. I thought I'd check, basically.
Still in deep speech.
100% on me.
They've fucked with my invention, and I'm really pissed off. Because
no, that's fair.
He's proud of his work and hates when people mess with it. So yes, he is insanely fucking pissed off right now.
You know, even if you were swearing at me, like, fair enough. I'm insulted, but, like, I can't disagree.
It's like, valid, but damn, that hurts.
Yeah, exactly.
Can we see if there's any windows in this room?
There wasn't on the way. I couldn't see into this room.
There are effectively these large cabinets to either side that are blocking off some of your line of sight, especially because the door opens into the room. So you're not able to kind of peer all the way around the door. You'd have to open it further and actually take like a step through if you wanted more of a glance.
Okay, Alvina's going to do a bit of sign language to the rest of the party. And basically, she's going to point at the 2 pumpkins in this room. She's going to point into the room and then just do the, like, zip lips bit. And then point back at them.
I shrug again.
Because one of my plans... not follow, but just nods.
Yeah. It's basically, if someone has silence, put silence over them, because we got told that they have a voice command. If there's things in that room, mute it.
I mean, what my plan was, if there's any windows out of this room, we are essentially in a palace which is on a rock above a chasm, yes?
I mean, it's on a rock among like little valleys. I don't know about chasm.
It's on a hillside.
I mean, when we looked down, did it look very far down there?
He can fly.
In that form, he can.
Are you gonna turn him into something?
I mean, out the window, you were a couple hundred feet. I mean, yeah, you're directly over the cliff face. So yes.
That actually get him.
Cliff on the other side.
Wait. Don't do that on the Oni King.
Do that on the other one?
Do that on the other one, because if nothing else, it gets him the fuck out of the fight.
Like,
the Oni King might have some countermeasure. The Oni Brute might not, even though they're anti-spell ones, the red ones. So
I mean, it all depends on if there's windows in this room.
Yeah.
You would have to take a step forward, which, as I was saying, there's a limit to how much your stealth can do in direct line of sight.
Alvina
You
didn't.
would no longer be stealthing at that point.
Alvina didn't see any windows into the room, so she assumes there isn't any.
There's nothing in your direct line of sight. There's a door exactly opposite you, but that is it.
Until we get
Would
in
you, before we go in, would you allow me, just in case there are fiends within there, would you allow me to use my divine sense, please? Just to see if there's any celestials fiends around.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're not like immediately charging in. You're taking a peek and like silently, quickly doing stuff. So yeah, you would have time for that. Go for it, since you weren't doing anything else.
Yeah, I can see, can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell. That's hallowed or unhallowed things, or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 foot, not behind full cover. And I also have blind sight to a range of 10 feet, so like echolocation. If there's anything that's invisible within 10 foot of the door.
Does Divine Sense not do Fey as well?
You'd think, but no.
I think it's the nature one adds Fey as well, I think, actually. Maybe.
No.
Does it not? I thought the nature one did. I don't know.
Not at all.
To my knowledge, there is none of those 3 categories nearby, and there is nobody within 10 feet of you.
I convey that with the rebellion sort of hand signals. No enemies within 10 foot of door.
Which only have
Could rush the door.
Alvina does a casual gauge between how far is the window that Alvina saw through. Actually, no, it was the way in the pumpkins, wasn't it? That Alvina saw through in the room that we're currently in.
Yes, it was on the other side.
Yeah,
there's like things like what 9 feet away from you.
Yeah, but 9
I mean,
feet from us. So we can't polymorph the other guy and pitch him out the window on the other side of this room. That's asking a lot.
The room's like 220, so
yeah.
Like 310 feet.
Yeah, that's asking.
I mean, what's Gwent's run speed?
160.
So it'd take you 2.5 turns to do it.
Yeah.
At full tilt. It's possibly asking it a bit much for it not to just shapeshift back partway through.
And kill me on the way.
Exactly.
So I'm going to say no.
Actually,
but, I am going to do kills inspiration.
Oh. They can shapeshift into mist. They might be. Oh, they can change size. They can change size and change into like. I think they can change into mist, right? They did that already.
I think the concern there is if they are proficient with shape changing, they might be immune to anything that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm. Because I just had
test that as a bonus.
It was when someone said if they change form.
We need to find a way to separate the head of the guard from the king, because the king himself will be a challenge, and while he might sit there and watch us fight his guard, he'll be a challenge afterwards. I don't know, how involved will he get in a fight? Is he spoiling for a fight, or would he let his champion attack first?
I imagine if he's a conqueror, he hasn't had a scrap for a while, and we're cannon fodder as far as he's concerned, who's just charged in. He'll probably try and beat the shit out of us for a good while he's cocky. And call for the guard at the same time. So
maybe we should, one or two of us should go out there and pretend like we've just robbed the place, and maybe he'll come running, and that'll get them into this room, and where the rest of us can ambush him.
And where there's the 2 giant murder pumpkins with the golems in.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question. Can Stone Giant do that thing it did again to put us in between them?
Yeah, I'd say that's a good bet on us.
What do you mean?
The teleport
we need
between.
To do it soon.
Yeah, with the teleport between the it literally put all of us who want to be in close quarters right on top of them immediately.
Yes. But that's for note. The large one there is Duiji.
Luigi?
What does he do?
Doji.
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 Go, Joey.
Oh,
It's a puzzle. Got it.
he's the leader of the Red Brutes. He's effectively the general, I guess, in your terminology.
I figured that.
He is loyal to the king, but just in that he gets to do whatever he pretty much wants and joins the king in luxury. But between you and or us, I guess, he is also very self-interested.
Ah.
So we could get him on side?
Maybe not get him inside. I don't think he'd ever raise a hand against the king, but
Get him to
might.
bugger off.
We might be able to persuade him to stand aside while we test the king's might.
That's not a
Does
bad
anyone-
plan.
Try and
Does
get into a
anyone have
win-win
the
situation
message?
for him.
Cantrip. The message cantrip?
Yes. What do you need it for?
Well, we could try messaging that guy and say, we want to kill the king, so you can be the king. Try and bluff our way through.
You do realize that if we don't speak giant in a tone that sounds like a giant doing it, he's just gonna go, we're a bunch of random animals that essentially is saying we're going to kill the mightiest of the Oni.
Look,
Oh.
this is taking too long. Are we killing him or not? I'll
Yeah.
kill Juicy myself if I need to.
Oh,
You can't.
That's
We specialize in magic. Most of our spells are directly counteracted by him. Alright, fine. I'll have one or two of these help me kill him, but then I'll kill him myself.
I would rather prefer that one of you to actually make the final blow. Because then we can put one of you two in charge.
Oh,
We're not.
Oh,
we
that's-
weren't going to stay around for
I was about to
this.
say, I don't
once
think
this is
they
done,
want
we're
to-
taking Izzy and leaving.
Yeah, I was about to say that was the
That's-
idea.
Then
yeah.
what?
Also, we're not putting another giant in charge, so that the Noids can be enslaved even more. We're freeing everyone. That's
To be fair,
Yes,
that's going to
that's
happen
the
with
goal.
unless you're planning on killing every Oni, which, look, you might be tough little vermin, but you're not that tough.
There's kind of
Stop calling us that. Now,
Was my
stop.
point of
Just
putting
stop
someone
calling
in.
us vermin.
That's my point of putting someone in charge that we know will probably help us free them.
Oh, yeah, if you want somebody in charge who might free them, the king's lazy. Doji is not. If he's in power, he will start a new conquest campaign to confirm his leadership. He will enslave everything, and he'll probably start hunting down Noids and enslaving them as the first sign of his regime.
So what you're
Okay,
telling
yeah.
me that we
I'm
wait.
gonna
So
I'm
what
gonna
you
kill him.
so what you're telling me we do? We do it. We test the Oni King's might, kill the Oni King, and then we kill him when he's only on his own.
I like that idea. I like the killing of the giants. I look directly at the brother.
Also, we need.
I love the killing of the
Also,
giants.
we kind of need. Also, we kind of need all the propellers, and he's got the other two. So, how do you
Yeah.
propose we do that thing where we test the king's might? Go on with that plan. I like
mean-
that one.
Oh,
If there, if
we
there is one
could
thing
issue an
I-
official challenge.
there is one thing I can do to try to take one of them out of the fight for the time being.
The banishment is that my favorite spell.
No.
Oh.
No,
I
I
can
mean-
try to charm one of them.
I kind of feel like they're going to be resistant to that.
Didn't we already test that?
Oh, if it's the brutes, there's no point. They have defenses against conditions upon them.
Yeah.
You'd have to break all of their conditions.
Yeah,
I also-
how did you said we could maybe get him to stand aside as you test the king's might. How?
Well, you'd have to show him that you'd have a chance at defeating the king. If he actually thinks you might be able to defeat the king, he might see it play through. If you strike hard and fast and bloody the king before he has a
Gotcha.
chance to react.
Gotcha. Okay. Teleport into the room, hit the king with everything we got.
Cool.
And-
Fuck you turns into a giant ape.
Yep.
And go.
Okay.
Oh shit, are we going? Do you need to get primed to open the vortex?
Yeah, let's teleport
Yeah,
as many of us as we can to right next to the Oni King, and we slap the king with everything we got.
Wait.
Before we do anything, we're going to go to slow motion here, and I'm going to go around each player to make sure everybody gets a chance to say something. We'll start with Bob. You were trying to say something?
I'm doing. This will be at the last second as we go in. I'm gonna just use enlarge reduce on the stone giant and make him bigger.
Oh, he's.
Oh shit!
Oh.
I think he's immune to that.
Okay. Immutable form, yeah.
Yeah, do it to the giant ape. Or
Yeah, you can do it
Alvina.
on me.
Fair
Do it
enough.
to giant ape or the
Whichever
Alvina.
one
my
is
other
gonna, whichever one it's gonna work on.
It's going to work on. How many attacks does the giant ape have?
It's got 2.
2. Actually,
I would say,
wait.
But
I
they're
would say do it on
big
Alvina.
punches.
No, wait. The giant ape. Oh, the giant ape's huge. Right?
Mhm.
If he's gargantuan, because that was what it improved you to,
gargantuan.
doesn't it? Then you would be able to grapple the fuck out of them with advantage and have, like, no downsides.
And chuck them at walls.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
the main.
golems just can't be shape changed. That's like the whole. That's one of the big things is you can't like heat metal or any of that kind of ability. Just doesn't work on them.
Yeah, but it's a stone giant. It's not golem.
Hey,
And I'm
it's
thinking
a
the stone
pseudo
giant
golem. It's a
gargantuan.
pseudo golem.
Yeah, it's very
If the GM says I can make it
Yeah, if it
bigger,
works,
I will
it
make it
works.
bigger.
No, it's one of the only things he inherits. Go with the monkey plan. I like the monkey plan.
The monkey plan's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Kong.
This is the last second gun I will touch.
Go. Oh wait a minute.
Yeah.
Golems don't work like that. Giant ape. Giant ape. Also, it's very rare you get to see a player as a size gargantuan creature. Come on, there's only like
So
2.
I know, yeah. It's just
Okay, so Zormir, is that you? You're
Yeah.
enlarging the giant ape.
Yeah, just as
It's
we
like
go
the last
through.
minute thing. Wolfie, anything you want to say or do before we
Just
enact
before,
the plan?
just before we go in, so basically on the turn before we do it, Alvin is raging.
Yep, that's fair.
So I can get my bonus attack immediately, essentially.
What do I
All
get
intents
extra
purposes,
on
you
the large?
seem to.
D4.
And you get a bunch of
Unfortunately,
other
that doesn't
things.
really scale well.
So it's more for
Yep.
just the grappling stuff that you'll get as the big stuff.
Yeah, I don't believe there's anything stopping a surprise round. It should be fine. Also, you have time to prep effectively. Fuck you. Anything you want to do or say before we enact the plan?
Ook.
You get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, actually. That's the big thing that you get for
Oh,
it.
nice.
So you basically get pseudo rage.
Since it's fuck you, can I go next? Since that my thing relates to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
also before I transformed, I would have given Alvina a D8.
Dankeschön.
Okay.
Cool. I cast Warding Bond since it lasts an hour on fuck you, the ape form.
Nice.
So you gain a +1 bonus to AC and saves, and you have resistance to all damage. So you'll probably take less damage and therefore stay in the giant ape form even longer.
Yeah,
Cool.
it makes the Constitution check a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's my turn, and then I draw this strangely sleek-looking, very shiny-looking sword that's slightly curved. That as it emerges, it seems to whisper something in both Fey and Giant, and the two Oni and the Stone Giant seem to shiver. If that because it's Giant Slayer, it's a Giant Slayer.
Oh, it's
sword.
Giant Slayer. Nice.
It's I brought a Giant Slayer to this fight.
That makes
She's-
sense,
they-
actually, with your
they're-
character.
Yeah.
They're built to kill giants. They're
Yeah.
an infiltration and killing giants mission. They're not going to be around for another 5 seconds. That's my turn, and I ready to literally stab the shit out of the Oni King.
Fair.
Fair enough. Gwent.
Okay, well, I've done the Hero's Inspiration, so everyone gets 19 temp hit points. No, sorry, 18 temp hit points.
Everyone.
Apart from
No, 18.
Sid.
What?
I can only do 6 people. You're the new
need
person.
I need more hit points. I'm a
You're the new
frontline tank.
person.
I'm a
Unfortunately,
frontline fighter.
So who's getting temp?
everybody apart from Sid.
Fuck you doesn't need it. Big ape.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
now
Big Ape
with
for
more.
longer.
Yeah, big ape for all bit, yeah.
Big
Plus,
Ape
you know,
buff ape.
The
Half his
Sid,
damage. I need it.
the 1d8 inspiration to hit better, the first one. And for that, as soon as they teleport, since I'm 120 feet away, I'm going to guiding bolt the Oni King, so hopefully it hits and somebody gets advantage.
Cool.
By the way,
Do I get it?
oh,
Sorry.
Yes, unfortunately, Assassin gets it.
Yeah. How many
How-
temps? Sorry.
Yeah, how much temp was that?
18.
18.
18.
Yes.
God damn it. What
That's
the
like
fuck?
that's an extra third of my health in temp. so that's very
Yeah.
helpful to me.
It puts Alvina at a very comfortable hit points value for now. So.
Yeah, same with the giant ape. He's
Yeah.
very comfortable.
Fair.
I'm at 76.
We can take some licks for a while.
Assas in. Is there anything you want to say or do before I get into the plan?
Is there anything that I can do to add some chaos? Like, you know, if the situation happens where for some reason they're prepared or they twig onto the situation far too fast, then is there a way that I can essentially like confuse them? You know? Like a bag of bugs or smoke a bomb or some shit, you know?
Do you have anything like
Nothing
that?
that comes to mind immediately, but I'll give it some thought. And if it comes up, I'll
Fair.
let you know.
It's in case it was like something I would have found, because you know I'm a sneaky little shit that's up in shit I should not be up in. So
Yeah,
it's in
that's what
case I'd
I
found
don't-
anything.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's anything in the like rooms or anything you've gone through yet, but I'll let you know if anything pops into my head.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. That's all I
So
need.
you're done your the point. Anything you want to say or do before we get into it?
Quick mechanical question. If I've got a spell which I can cast through an item, but it has a material component that costs, can I cast it if I don't have a material component?
If it's part of the item effect, the item does not require material components. So that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
in
the
which case,
material is the item.
I summon just the gaudiest robot you've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Just rose gold and purple.
Oh,
Summon construct. I cast summon construct.
Nice.
Fuck you needs
on your
re-stealth.
Nobot.
Resized.
Okay. Looks like a miniature of the Prime.
Oh, don't worry about your mini. I'll put your minis in the map in a second from the other room.
Cool.
So that way I don't have to thing anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, everyone's hadn't said their thing. The tear will open in the bedroom.
Yep.
The tear will open in the bedroom in front of you. Those who want to go through it, he's going to open it just on the other side of the kings, within 10 feet of him.
Yep.
So you can effectively just run through it and be in there. The tear is open until the end of the Void Prime's next turn. So we'll figure that out once we actually roll for initiative.
Can we have the Hydras like move into it as well?
Yes, they will have the chance to do that. I've also added the Oni twins as a single NPC entity because they come as a pack. They have been added to your NPCs and your followers and companions. They have 2 support actions. One is a utility general effect that allows them to scout forward while invisible. The other is a combat action which allows them to attack.
Cool.
Combat action.
And they do a bunch of ice knife attacks because that's the staple of the mages.
Nice. Nice. AoE. That's always nice having more AoE.
Void Prime also technically has it, but I've just made his beam teleport, and he's still learning how to use his powers, so he's still unlocking his abilities.
Is this other one basically just smash?
Granite camera, smash.
Who knows? He hasn't learned how to attack yet. He's still learning how to combat.
Oh, I thought we taught him how to at least punch. Okay.
But not enough to be a attack action.
Okay.
He's yet to like efficiently learn how to attack. Still gotta learn that. He's still a little babby. He's only 2 days old.
Oh, wee babby.
Babby giant.
Holy babby. So let's see here. Is that everyone? And Abigail's still just kind of following behind a little. Seems to just be kind of going with it, just kind of experiencing it, not quite sure what to say or do, but just like, okay, this is definitely on my element. Let's I'm just gonna follow you guys and see what I can do.
You're great, Abby.
Open the tear here. Just put your guys in the center. Those who want to go through the tear can keep themselves there and place themselves in the tear. Those who don't want to go through the tear can move themselves to the door. You guys come in from the door. Void Prime is at the doorway because he's going to stay in the room effectively.
Okay.
And as for that, we're going to reveal the rest of the room.
I knew it!
As there appears to be 3 deaf pumpkins, a couple regular only brutes, and Magi's kind of just in the presence.
Mm-hmm.
I love the concept that he, as far as the Oni King, is like suddenly elf on face. Hi.
Yeah. Fuck you needs
Also
resized as well.
Water Genasi on face.
And where did
Fuck, use this in front of me.
what did you go to? Large to huge?
Gargantuan because of enlarged.
Huge to gargantuan. So 4 squares.
It's a really cool character token. Who did that?
I did.
Oh,
Well, I made
put them in a
I
box.
made the thing and
Made the
then
character.
now I made
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's a shout.
And Gwen, are you running through the portal and then continuing to run, or were you wanting to be near the door?
No, I'm by the door. I can hit from here, 120 feet away.
Yep.
Gwen doesn't. Gwen just needs basically line of sight and can run to our aid at any given moment.
That's what I assumed, but you guys came in from the north, so I was curious why he's at the south.
Could you possibly put a placeholder in for my bot?
Oh.
I'm gonna use the Gwenmobile for now.
Okay, I'm working on a token as we speak.
How big is the golem?
It's just medium. It's medium.
Okay, there you go. You can have a medium Gwenmobile to control.
Constructs are great.
But yes, the void tear opens and the initial assault party charges through with 2 hydras as Akuma and Izami kind of throw the doors open and step forward to void prime just behind the tear, with the point Gwen and Abigail just kind of staying back and letting the vanguard do their thing. With that, everyone roll for initiative. We're going to get the first round.
Yeah!
We're good, depending on how this goes. Nice round.
Smite!
So
Remember to
fuck you
click on your
was
icon.
16, but I had to roll it as a dex check.
16, I'll just add you here manually.
Oh, mate, that's terrible.
I need to roll for the only king and stuff to see when they lose their
It's
surprise
fine!
position, 'cause
It's a surprise round!
they do not actually have any sentinel or anything, because they were not expecting someone to have already been into their bedroom.
Yeah. No one expects the bedroom assault.
Nobody expects the little bad guys.
Yeah.
Nope. With a giant ape.
With a big ass
Talk
ape.
about the name afterwards.
You know that awesome
The little bad guys with a giant ape.
Let's see. The only game.
We've got a robot. We've got a new robot, a giant ape, 2 hydras, a stone giant golem thing, 2 oni, a centaur, whatever the fuck Alvina is, Sid,
Who knows?
and a cow in armor. And a
Sid
squid.
is in their water genasi form, and her name is Mist or Mistake.
Mistake.
She's clumsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's clumsy, but a little bit crazy, but lovable. Loves animals.
You just made Alvina but clumsy.
Sorry, didn't realise that would spam.
Likes painting with blood.
You
Which
made
is why she's in
Alvina
the
but
fight with the
clumsy.
Oniking. Yeah.
That's
We
fair.
love
Is
a bit of
everyone
painting
rolling?
with blood.
Likes painting with blood. Actually,
Yeah.
this one was modelled on Chrome, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it really do sound like it modelled
No,
on me.
Yeah, sorry. This
Assassin, what's your initiative?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, isn't it? What is my initiative?
Crazy,
Oh, I see.
lovable, blue-green.
Where am I?
The token's down here.
I've already
here
got
I
a
am.
manual one in if you just roll initiative.
Bob.
21!
There I go.
Hey.
The paladin, the rogue. What is this?
Yeah, I got
Okay, you guys have a surprise round as the door throws open and everyone charges through. Unfortunately, the beginning action is going to be the Void Tear, so Gwent, you're going to have to wait till the first turn to do something, as the group only gets 1 pre-combat action, effectively.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, wait, 1 second. I'm looking at the point bot. That's quite something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well done.
Which one did you pick, by the way?
Whoa!
It's metal.
The
Metal.
metal one. Nice.
Oh, why?
Wow.
Oh. Oh,
I have
this
so
is
many questions. Why?
For those watching the stream, you'll eventually get to meet Point Bot. Don't you worry.
What the
One day
fuck?
we'll have
oh my
team
gosh.
integration into the stream.
Imagine if Prince was a metal stripper.
Oh,
No,
that's brilliant.
I just
No,
went
no,
into the
it's-
Discord. What the fuck?
It's that, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
It's super.
Yeah,
It's a
it
robot.
is.
It's a stand.
Oh my god.
It is a
You know
stand.
what
You've
It's got
made us
such
the
stand
points.
energy.
The point's got a stand.
You know
Incredible.
what it is? It's the Professor Star Platinum.
Incredible, yep.
No, this is a Star Platinum. This is Star Pimp. It's Professor Star Pimp. That
Professor.
one.
Star
Professor
stripper.
Star Pimp.
Star Pimp.
I mean, those are some abs.
There's some serious abs. All three of them.
Yeah.
It's got a 3-pack.
He's got one hell of a feedback.
Yeah, and those, whatever you call those things between the abs and the hip bone.
Don't actually know, but they've got.
I mean, I know the real bad
I
term
don't
for
know.
them.
As do I. I'm trying to think of the real one. I don't want to say on screen. Yeah, but you know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Kidney
you
punching
know, you
area.
know.
Kidney punching zone.
Right.
Just
What am I
checking
gonna
all
do?
things.
I'm gonna kill the king.
Okay,
I've also just realised, can you do me a favour and have the Point's weird robot a little bit out of 5 feet of the rest of the party? Or at least
Real
out of
quick.
5 feet of me.
Real quick, would we rather the Oni King can't turn invisible, or would we rather him be afraid of me?
He's probably immune to fear.
Probably
And-
next year.
Yeah, not being invisible would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Perfect. I will use that instead then.
Because I've just realised the heated body thing is just a passive AoE. And so it's like, we can't see-
It's only if you attack it. Sorry.
Oh, ignore that.
Heat body's only if you attack it.
Oh yeah, but it does it as an AoE, which means if anyone attacks it, it does it.
Not looking at it on D&D Beyond. If you touch it or attack it,
Oh, it's
while
within.
within
I
5
thought
feet
it was
of
everything within 5 feet.
No,
takes 1d10.
you have to be within 5 feet for it to
Gotcha. Okay.
impact.
That's not as bad. But I literally thought.
Are
Yeah,
we ready?
You're still allowed to want to be far away
Music.
from it.
So I'm assuming you're all going to put your individual combat music on because we don't use As the doors swing open and Akuma and Izami step through and point to the Oni King kind of just lazily looks over, a dumbfounded expression and a belch coming out of his stomach. Doji kind of glances over, also confused, as a tear opens behind them and charging out. It's the most bizarre scene an Oni has ever seen in this realm. As Sid, you are the first to go and have plenty of movement to get to the Oni King through the portal. What would you like to do for the first round, the first turn
First blood.
of the Oni King
Extra.
combat?
I hate X. Oh, I do have. Oh man, I have. Oh, I have Hunter's Mark as well.
Guess what? You also
No.
have advantage
Yeah.
because you're within 5 feet of Alvina.
He's also surprised.
And
Well, Surprise Flies Nation doesn't give you advantage on it. It's only been seen attacking from unseen, and you're not unseen.
you've
My
got
bonus
Andy
action-
from Hunters, so.
My bonus action, I'm gonna branding smite, so my
Yeah.
giant player radiates with this sort of golden greenish energy, and I sort of run in and do a twist Yoda-like in midair and just despising all extraterrestrials that hate knives, and go in to attack the Oni King twice
With advantage.
with advantage. I can cast that bullshit with my Giant Slayer Scimitar. Here we go. Plus 9 to hit. Let's roll. Please be a nat 20. Nat 20!
Yes! Natural 20 smite!
Natural 20 with smite, with everything.
Oh,
It's baby smite, admittedly. But
I'm gonna actually use my thingamajigger smite as well.
isn't that bonus action?
My bonus action to do it, but it doubles anyway.
Oh, did you cast Branding Smite first? Okay.
I cast it first as the bonus action. So where is it? Come on. It's not rolling. Damn you beyond. What the shit?
This is a pretty good first turn.
There we go. 10 plus 14. Technically, I would re-roll the branding strike damage as well because it's also doubled. So another 2d6. Let me just re-roll that.
And whatever
1, 2.
Giant Slayer damage does.
Roll to everyone. Giant Slayer
Make sure
also.
other attacks
Giant Slayer does 2d6 as well. It must succeed on a strength save 15 DC or be knocked prone. So I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll that.
I guess he's not technically prone. He's still sitting up.
Yeah.
And he takes another 2d6 as well from
Giant Slayer just being a Giant Slayer.
Giant Slayer being a Giant Slayer. Another 2d6. Plus, I'm gonna pour another.
Any chance?
Spell.
Is this from the spell?
No, that is
No,
the giant. That's the weapon itself. The Giant Slayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he resistant to radiant, by the way?
Yes.
Matters. He is resistant to radiant.
He's gold.
Yes, if it's from the spell.
Smite's not as.
The
Branding Smite fire, actually.
Branding Smite is radiant damage.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So
That's Wrathful is fire, isn't it?
A 25 on that strength saving throw.
He's fine.
Okay. So he takes only 7 radiant damage. Plus 14 is 21. Plus 9, 30, 35. Here comes the whatchamacallit damage. It would be mere radiant. Features and traits. Where is my?
Oh, to know, don't bother halving everything. He's getting half to all of this.
Oh, he's getting half to all of it.
Convenient.
2, 3, 4, doubled to 8 die 8 for the smites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, everyone.
Man, do I hate that these Oni are resistant to magic weapon.
No, that's a lot of ones. And there are 36. So on my first attack, I do 36, 41, 50, 60, 75, 79 points, halved to 39 points.
Okay, that's still pretty good.
And I said he cannot turn invisible though.
Yeah.
And I get to attack again.
Fair. How many attacks you got?
2.
20 does not hit.
Oh dear.
20 does not hit.
Does not hit.
Oh boy. Then I will use a destiny point to reroll because we're getting towards the end of the session anyway.
Assassin, you're up next.
That's not one. Never
What do you
mind.
want to do?
Well, fuck.
Is that your turn, Sid?
That'd be my turn. Yes.
All right, as you manage to get the first nat 20 in the first turn on the first attack.
Yeah.
As you smack in, and even then, you get a hit into the Oni King, but you feel like almost your weapon bounces off a little bit as the gold painted Titan armor seems to have this kind of magical resilience to it.
Even though it's a Giant Slayer sword. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It's the armor, not the giant, that's resisting it, essentially.
No, but still,
He's got
79
plus
points.
armor on, which is why his AC is so hard.
Yeah, it's. I assume it's full plate with
79.
a. It's at least +3 full plate with possibly some other buffs on it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Assassin, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
That was fun.
I would like to summon a tentacle.
Yep, you do so.
Which means I get a free smack when I summon.
We're gonna have a little ogre
With
here.
advantage as well!
Yeah! So I
Go
get
ahead.
to smack with advantage. How do I do it with advantage? It's shift, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it should turn into like a green d20.
Yeah, it's
The
Oh.
Oni King is up next. The Oni King will just lose his surprise condition, so he can get his reaction back.
Is that... No, it's not. It's a,
Nah,
it's a dirty 20.
no.
2020 unfortunately misses.
He's got at least
Unbelievable.
21, annoyingly.
Is there anything I can do to boost that? I've not used my fate roll this session, so you know what? We're gonna do it.
Oh,
Is it
wait.
one
You do have-
singular?
No, wait!
One singular.
The inspiration still, you know, you have 1d8 from me.
Yeah, Gwen gave out things from the hero stuff, so that's better, because I'll actually figure out what his
Oh
AC is.
yes, you have a party-wide D8, or I guess each of the 6 people got a D8. So go ahead and roll me
Fair.
a D8.
Yeah. So
I mean,
glad
it doesn't.
have that.
It doesn't actually matter because it's. I only need one. that's a 28 now.
Let's see how high you hit. Yeah, but also it means it kind of obfuscates how high his AC is.
Yeah, we don't
Fair.
know what his AC is. It's just at least 21.
We know,
Yeah.
we know a 28 hits.
Thank
Nice.
fuck, considering I'll be
damage.
rolling a 19 with most
Do I
of us.
roll? Do I roll damage with advantage since I had advantage, or is it the,
No.
No,
the damage
it's
normal?
Just tick
Cool.
your,
Just checking.
tick your box.
I just make it
There you
easier
go.
for you to actually hit the guy.
11 cold,
Takes the full cold damage.
which is that's the highest I could have done.
Nice.
Beautiful.
And now they are 10 foot slower. Just for
Fair.
Get
It
him!
might
it doesn't
matter.
it might matter. So they're 10
Yeah.
foot slower. And obviously I want to keep that in between myself and the Oni in case they want to smack. So that was my bonus action. For my action, is it worth a Hunger of Hadar or anything like that? Anyone feeling anything particularly fun? Or should I just do something simple?
Just shoot a bastard, honestly.
Yeah. Cool. Eldritch Blast it is. That's 1.
Yes.
That's 2. Did either of them hit?
Come on.
Right.
The 22 hit. Actually, no, the 21
20.
and the 22 hit.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
right. It's
okay.
just plus 3 full plate for all
It is. He has exactly 21 AC.
Yeah.
Those on par with me.
Oh, so that was 1 force
Less than
damage
me.
and 6 force damage.
He takes 3
7
force
and-
damage for the first
Yep.
attack, and the second one seems to be dissipated before it can do any damage to him.
Boo, hiss. And I think, that's me.
Alright, only can gets his reaction back, loses his prize down. For your support round, to essentially unlock them, I'm going to have Ukuma and Azami, because I want to do some cool dialogue.
Cool.
Kind of barge in, and almost in a Team Rocket synchronization,
Oh my
point
God.
to the Oni King. You've
Can
caused too
instead
much
of me,
pain. You've enslaved our family. You've forgotten why we followed you. And now the vermin have risen up and they're going to destroy you. Watch as our once powerful king can't even stand against the lowliest of creatures. How
Hey.
weak and pathetic. Sid, you're not quite sure how to take this.
I don't call us lowly. You.
Shut up, let them do their thing.
Let them do the thing. I can't speak.
Right, that's right.
But the point is now your turn. Fuki, you're up next.
Okay, I will deploy Merida
Chink chink.
in handheld mode. In handheld mode, and then shoot the king. Make sure. Yeah, the king's within range.
Sadly, you don't get advantage on this. It's only melee attacks.
Okay. Hopefully, I clicked the right thing this time. That is a
25.
25.
I love that everyone's like, the suspense as the number hasn't showed up yet.
As you shoot at him,
Oh no.
with almost an unnatural speed, he seems to almost twist his body round to you and places his palm up against Merida. Or actually, close to Merida. Where are you?
Nowhere near.
I'm up by the door. Merida's a gun.
Oh, right. Quickly, orients towards you and points lifts his palm up towards you. As suddenly this arcane shield spreads across him as he begins casting the shield spell.
Please,
I'm
someone
going
counter
to-
spell that.
I can't counter him, but I am going to react and attack him
Oh, Mage Hunter.
because he's casting a spell. Is that okay?
Wait, you have Mage Slayer?
Pretty sure.
That's
I
funny
do.
because they all have Mage Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, do they? Yeah. No, I knew there was only mages, and I'm in melee with him, so advantage.
Yeah.
And you're just attacking him. Is anyone counterspelling him?
Damn, only dirty
As
one.
they-
That doesn't hit.
First circle of power spreads around him.
Boy, it would be good if I had a D8 to add to all of these, Gwen. Wow, that I'm missing by 1 each time.
I mean, this.
Then unfortunately, his
I mean-
AC goes up to 26.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's 8 damage. It's fine.
It's not that. It's the fact that it lasts for the round.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yep.
That's why I was like, someone please counter spell this.
Yeah,
You can't, unfortunately, because you're
No.
probably morphed.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, and
I don't even have
counter
counter
Professor
spell.
was the
Yeah.
only one who could,
Professor is the one who had it.
and they're dead.
Remind
They're
me to
dead.
take counter spell when we level up next time.
Yeah.
I mean,
See if you
counterspell
survive
is
the
an
King Council.
assassin thing. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is.
The point is that you.
It's now my robot's turn, but
Can it physically hit him?
yeah, no, my robot cannot physically hit him.
Well, could get in at 20, so go ahead and give me a
Okay.
couple attacks.
You get advantage on everything at least.
Oh, okay. So
It's any melee attack, regardless, as long as the target
okay,
is
so
within 5 feet of
it
me.
gets 2 attacks.
Yeah.
So this is attack 1.
Nope.
Nope.
Next one.
Well,
It's
what does
attack
he add
2.
to that?
Not enough.
That is
Nah.
not-
Not,
be an
not
at one.
enough. My spell ability modifier. So
Not enough
Fair
to
enough.
hit AC
So you-
26.
no.
Then
Yeah.
we move on to Fukyu.
Right. So my plan is either punch the Oni King or throw Doji.
Okay, which
Oni
of those two
King.
do them both?
Actually, what you could
Oni
do,
King.
you could pick up the Oni King and hit him and hit the chair with him.
You pick up his bed.
Doesn't
yeah,
matter how
you
good
knock
his
him down.
AC is if you use him as the weapon.
What cheer ever do to you?
If you push attack, that'll knock.
You'd have to
him
grapple him at least.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The chair's done nothing. This is very rude. Her
You
chair.
could toss the guy. You could toss the brute away. That would help.
That's what I was thinking.
Grappling them.
Do I punch the king or throw Doji?
Actually, if you
I would
grab,
say-
if you grab the king, you could try like pinning his arms so he can't cast spells or hit us.
Yeah, I can grapple him.
Grapple them and
Yeah, mechanically you can grapple him. You can't pin his arms.
But you can restrain
I'd
him
say
is the other
throw-
part of the. You can restrain him as a second attack.
I'd say if you
Got
could
you.
throw Doji out of the window, that would be a great help.
I normally allow it, so yeah.
You'd have to basically do it twice. But...
Alright, but what is it? What's your decision?
Right. That's what I'm asking. Am I punting Doji out the window or am I punching the king?
go for the king.
Go for the king because we're doing the alpha
Sounds
strike
like
at
the
the
king.
moment.
Go for it.
Go for the king. Right.
Okay.
So gonna move up essentially, like to there.
You guys have a support round. Put in your comments while during this couple turns to see what you want your support round to be, and I'll do with the highest votes.
So am I in range of Alvina's thing?
The target
yeah.
has to be in range.
The target needs to be range.
Yeah,
Okay,
as
cool.
long as I'm within 5 feet of whatever you're attacking, it works.
Cool. Actually, I didn't even need to move up.
Yeah, I was about to say you've got 10-foot range, I think. But, it's more intimidating this way, it's fine.
Okay, so first attack is not 20.
Hell yes!
So that
Yeah.
is
Oh,
yeah. That's what 52 there, plus the D4s I get for the being giant, don't I?
Yes.
Yeah,
the
plus
last
the
one?
D4.
Cool. So that's doubled as well.
Yeah.
So that's an extra 2.
It matters!
It matters. And then second attack.
Whoa, so 28. Plus
Plus
2.
Plus the 24.
Plus the 24. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Giant ape hits freaking hard. And it's not a magic weapon, hilariously enough.
No. And that's a 27 for another
Hit!
23. And then another D4 for another 3 on top of that. So that's 26.
Nice.
So it's 54 initially. What was the second damage?
So second damage is 26.
26. He takes all of this as you just punch
Non-magical
him.
bludgeoning.
Yeah, it's just.
Yep, no
brute.
magical blood. You just punch,
Mm-hmm.
and he
Hey.
takes the full damage.
Then he's going to do like the
Kong.
flex, like both arms above his head, go ook.
Ook. The loneliest of beasts, gigantic ape.
Do so. Do.
Let's
Okay, I
just
feel like
put
that's sufficient enough.
you in
to-
charge now.
to get him to do something. Since he technically has already had his round, his legendary actions have been activated. And I feel like being punched for quite a significant amount of damage is sufficient enough for him to actually take action, as he is going to kind of swing his feet around and push himself up, grabbing the Void Glaives as he faces down with Fukio, ignoring the rest of you. And, did you just punch the king? I'll have you know, you dirty beast. Technically speaking in giant.
Keep your damn paws off and you damn dirty beast.
Yeah, he's
You
not going to
damn
disgrace this
dirty
comment. So for those who can understand giant, for the rest of you who's speaking giant, for like a few people who understand giant, I'm going to really enjoy eating you.
He says he's going to kill you, then eat you. Or eat you, then kill you. One of the two.
As he's going to use his legendary action to make a glaive attack. As he attacks into you.
Who's that? Sorry.
He's hitting the giant ape.
No, this is the Oni King using a legendary action at the end of Fukio's turn.
Perfect. Remember your
he is
AC
going to take up the Void Glaive.
It's like
probably
strike
a
it
massive
up against you.
hit, but you have +1 AC.
a mighty like 4. He has
For a
31.
33 to hit.
Okay. Only 17 damage though.
17
you take
damage.
34 slashing damage. You can also choose to teleport with the glaive.
Interesting, does he
Nice.
actually have a Mage Hunter?
Oh, he does have Mage Slayer. If you are concentrating on a spell, you have disadvantage on the concentration check.
So it's 17
Okay.
with
So it's only a
disadvantage.
DC 10.
It's DC 10 with disadvantage with the Ape's Con.
You-
So don't
you
nat
have
1
a
probably.
Hey,
What's your charisma? Have you got that? Oh yeah, you're out of range. I'm assuming you can talk about the aura.
Sorry, yeah, I was going to be standing where Alvina was standing. My mistake. Can we swap?
Sure.
Nah, maybe next time. It's already been placed.
Nice. This is where we were teleported to, more or less. My only request was not next to the weird pimp bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Alright, go ahead and give me a concentration check at disadvantage.
Yeah.
+5.
But with a +5.
My aura.
So DC
Plus
17.
+5 plus another one for my.
No, it's halved
the
because of the what's it called thing?
I've got a warding bond. So
Yeah.
you've got a +6 all from me.
So it's a DC
Cool.
10.
So
with you
I automatically pass then.
He might nat 1.
You can't nat 1 save.
Oh, cool. Then you're good.
Yeah.
It's only for attacks.
Automatically pass then.
Yeah, as long as he's got more than a +9, or I guess a +4 since he's getting a +5.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you automatically.
my con base is +4, so plus that +6. Yeah.
Yeah.
You automatically
Alright.
make it.
Dojin loses the surprise condition as he kind of just looks at the giant, the ape that is somehow bigger than him.
It's like, what is
And his
happening?
big, and looks over at like Izami and Akuma. What the fuck?
The gigantic ape that took a slash from the king as well.
As Abigail runs forward. Punch him again!
Hit him again!
As you may use your reaction to make an attack.
Yep.
Nice.
You still have advantage because Alvina is still next up.
Ook.
Ook, motherfucker.
So that's a
Yes,
26
matches! It matches!
Oh shit.
Hits
Yeah,
exactly.
man.
for another
Oh my
28.
God. MVP.
MV8!
Holy shit.
We see here, fuck you, saying fuck you to the Oni King.
Oni
As
King
the rain-
beaten to death by
Okay.
gigantic
Oh.
ape.
Fuck you, King of the Oni.
King of the Apes.
Gwen,
There's-
it is your
there's some
turn.
kind of pun there.
Okay, I'm going to change my idea since apparently Radiant does nothing, and I'm just going to cast Spiritual Weapon just behind the Oni King.
Alright, you do so.
Radiant with resistance hits.
Yep. So I,
God damn, the paladins.
Here, you can have a Nothic.
Nothic! Spirit Nothic. You do get advantage still.
so
It's
it's
a melee attack.
It's still a melee
It is a
attack.
melee attack. Alvina, you're up next.
I know what Alvina's doing.
Fortunately, the 11 misses.
I'm going to use my last
You've got advantage.
inspiration.
Wait, you've got advantage.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it is still
That
a
was
melee
awful.
attack, even if it's a spell attack.
Yeah.
Oh, 28.
There we go!
Nice.
28 hits. He takes half the damage.
What, from force?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, he's resistant to magical damage.
Yeah, it's magic again. It's like the Oni he's had previously, which is that real pain in the ass ability.
Fun fact: he is shedding dim light in a 5-foot radius
Nice.
from the branding smite.
I believe that was your bonus action. What's your action?
Action, I've really got nothing, so I'm just going to, like, flip him the bird.
That's fair. If that's... he's coming up his turn. Why not? Let's actually use these legendary... Ooh. Interesting. Why wouldn't he do that? He's getting pretty close there. He's actually a little bit dangerous of a fight here. He is going to use his legendary action to move up to half his speed without provoking an opportunity attack.
Does anyone have Sentinel?
I've used my reaction.
The person who does.
Alvina has it though.
No, I don't.
Nope.
Don't you?
Why would I have Sentinel?
I thought you had Sentinel.
No.
Now, his speed was
people
reduced by
down.
10 feet thanks to a cold tentacle snap.
Nice.
So he's only going to move 20 feet. And he is going to fly up 20 feet.
That's annoying.
I see how it is.
It's
Okay.
fine. Don't worry about it, guys. I can still get him.
So can I.
Alvina,
Special.
well, yeah, but to be fair, you're like 40 feet. You're like 20 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Alvina.
you. I hope that's
Giant 8 movement speed is 40
It
foot.
is your turn.
Okay. Well, Alvina is slightly changing her previous plan. Because...
No, he is just like Navi. I'm just moving out here to the.
Oh, gotcha. I was literally going, okay, so I'm going to have to do a running jump over there, jump 20 feet into the air, and then get him. Okay. Well, Alvina's
that's a
basically
bang.
going to...
Fly icon or something instead.
Climb up the bed.
I'm going to use my first attack to try and grab the bastard.
He's flying 20 up. See, he's got 2 icons. He's 20 feet up.
Yep.
You want to try and grapple him?
Yep.
All right. You jump. Give me an athletics check.
Come on, Alvina.
Doesn't have advantage.
Natural
or
20!
anything.
Yeah.
Well,
You can match it.
let's find out if he can make that. This will just be the left one. I'm just rolling advantage in case I don't have to switch between shit. But it will always be the left. He is going to use athletics. That is not a 1. That is an 18.
Yeah, Alvina literally is going to jump up into the air
Sorry.
and basically full
He's got
on.
plus 17.
Yeah, it's a.
And he failed. Could have
Yeah.
made it.
Alvina is literally basically what I'm imagining, because Alvina just jumped into the air and grabbed him with her legs, and she's gonna hammer into his fucking head. Basically, she's hanging on.
Yep, love it. Go for it.
Essentially.
Yep.
Right, you
Go for it.
Did you think you could get away from me that easily? I'm going to use one of my many Destiny inspiration-y things that I've gotten from one of the billion people who've given me inspiration today. Let's use fuck you as one because it's bigger.
They're both D8s, I think. Well, you've got 2 D8s and a D6, I think. If
Yeah, I've got the...
Did Point give you one?
No.
For the D8.
No. I spent my
Bollocks!
action summoning the bot.
Yeah.
Ah, well.
Fortunately, 23 does not hit.
Yeah. The other one's going to come in with the long sword, then. There's the bonus. Oh, that missed completely, yeah. Bang, 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 bang.
Fortunately, you're swinging around. You aren't able to actually get a good hit into that. You aren't just like hitting armor.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what? At the end of your turn, I'm going to use up his. You know what? I'm going to save. He didn't pose enough of a threat to use it. I'm going to only use it when like something changes. Zormir, it is your turn.
Okay.
I have a hilarious idea for my opportunity attack if it comes up, by the way. Question: can I use my spice pouch as an opportunity attack? Before this happens, can I do that?
Depends if you're smacking shit with it, yeah. If you use it as a melee weapon, yes.
I'll use it as pocket sand, essentially.
Yeah. Red Arcanite pocket sand.
Seems like a very reaction thing to do.
I was basically going, would this work as a possibility, or do I discard this
but yes, we're gonna end after Zormir's turn because it's half 9, so Zormir.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get 1 round.
So I need to run and jump to even get up to him to hit him.
If you're wanting melee, yes, he is
Okay.
20 feet up.
Can you actually jump 20 feet?
Yeah, what's your strength?
My strength is 17.
17. With an athletics check, I'll at least let you try. Because it's near high enough to like automatically do it. So you can do it, but you'll need to push yourself. So you kind of move back, you kind of jump up onto this chair, which to be fair is like a good 6-7 feet up off the ground. Given that he's a fucking giant. Go ahead and give me an athletics check to see if you can actually leap that high.
Flying cow, come on. Yes!
You do so as you are a flying cow. You're able to get up to him if you would like to make an attack.
You get advantage because Alvina's still within 5 feet of him.
Yay.
It's the whole point.
Okay. Rather than do the big damaging antimatter rifle sort of blow, I'm going to make it harder for him to hit us. If I can get him with this the Thunder Gauntlet.
Alright, let's find out.
Use your
Unfortunately,
D8, use your D8.
Currently
Oh.
26.
I'll use a D8 then.
He's still not had his turn yet. He is doing all of this while surprised, by the way.
He's no longer surprised.
Yes!
It hits!
He now has disadvantage on hitting anyone except for me.
Or Alvina, which is neutral, but still.
And you've got your second attack as well.
Now, is the Guardian Armor isn't like made with is the Guardian Armor classed as a magic item?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
my focus.
It is a magic item, though.
Yeah, so I'm gonna count that as magic for the sake of his resistance. But what were you adding on top of this?
Basically, because I've hit him with it, he can only hit me with hit me normally. Everyone else is a disadvantage.
That concentration or
Oh, it's just something that the
It's
punch does.
It's the taunt ability.
something it does?
It's taunt,
Yeah.
essentially.
Do you have a second attack?
Punch him again.
You should do.
You do, yeah, you're a level
Oh.
5 armorer. Or level 6,
I'll
one
make-
of those two.
I'll make the second attack with the thunder, with the rifle then.
Alright, go for it.
So, swing the blade round.
He's only flying, it's not a spell.
Yeah, he just does that. He just has a flying
Only
speed.
just fly.
Only just fly. Unfortunately,
your
the
second
arcane
one.
shield is still shimmering around him.
Use your hero
Second.
dice.
Hero dice?
It was only you that had two. It was everyone else has the one.
Alright.
Oh, bugger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was the hero dice, and then also you got bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that doesn't quite hit. As let's have
How's
a
he
look.
looking though?
He is not bloodied.
Yeah, but he's certainly
He's
surprised.
glowing
Look, I'm only allowed to tell you bloodied or dead.
He's glowing slightly with an elf on his head. And flying.
He is going slightly and flying.
A monkey fist dents in his armor.
And monkey fist. You know what? Because I want to end on his turn for his thing. Sid, can you do anything? Can you attack from low down?
I'm not.
And
I'm still
assassin,
looking.
what do you want to do?
What's your strength?
I mean, I can now just blast,
Nice.
so...
I don't think you've
I
got
don't think
the-
you can get in close.
No.
I mean, I don't know. Is he resistant to?
Probably.
Anything magical, it would be resistant to.
If you have an ordinary bow, that might work.
Well, I did have an ordinary crossbow,
You
but
did!
of course somebody walked away.
Do you have a
Assassin, go ahead and
javelin?
give me your Eldritch Blast if you're attacking for that round.
I can
Yeah.
cast command on him.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Good luck!
I'm gonna cast command on him and say, "Prone."
Prone.
I was going to be command, get over here.
What saving throw am I making?
wisdom save.
This one he does have advantage against because he has spell resistance.
Oh, he's not immune to. I think it's charm, isn't it? So...
He might be. I'm just doing the thing anyway.
Yeah.
22 to save.
Oh man, the 9 would have failed. That's annoying.
I'm also, since it's the very end of the session, I will in fact use my fate roll to re-roll that 14.
That's fair.
Go for it.
Oh, can I use my other?
Yeah!
Oh, and that's 20!
But also, hilariously enough, a 26 is his armor class, so you need to nat 20 to hit him.
Very nice.
Only the 26 would hit, but you still do 10 damage.
Can I?
Oh,
can I
but that
use
would
my-
be 20, because that would be the nat 20,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, so 10, 16,
You roll the die
half for
again.
8.
Yeah.
Can I use my fate roll, the last one of the night, to force him to re-roll that or fail it or something?
Yes, that is one of the things you can do. You can't force him to fail, or you can't choose one of the dice already rolled, but you can make him re-roll.
Yeah, can he?
So this
Can
would
he
just be
re-roll that?
the
Just to see.
leftmost one
Yeah.
for a nat
Aw.
20 to 28.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh well.
Fate is
what's
like,
been-
nope.
That's what's been
Yeah,
happening
no,
to us recently. It's like
That's completely
rolls
fair.
into something worse, or the enemy rolls into something better.
Yeah.
At the end of Assassin's turn, he is going to use his legendary action to attack the wall
The
Oh, is he trying to
wall?
get away?
as he throws his void glaives 60 feet out in front of him and uses its ability. Well, he can only get to like the stairs. He's only going to throw it 60. And he has the option of, after he attacks the air, to teleport to it.
Uh-oh.
Do I stay attached?
By the rules of teleport, you do not.
Damn it.
As he teleports 60 feet away from you, and you drop down onto the lounge chair.
Boing.
But it's padded, so you take no damage.
She's an acrobat as well.
Abigail. Oh, no.
Go after.
Oh, he went that way. Okay.
Kill him.
Who would have done? He did 28 damage to the air.
That air is hurt.
As he hovers there 20 feet above the ground and begins his turn, you can see the golden crown above his head begins to light with energy as all around him his wounds begin glowing with radiant energy and he begins to heal.
Oh, that's no good.
Look at it.
You suck.
Damn it. I hate you.
You thought
That's
that rodents could defeat me?
that's assuming that you thought we could think.
No, we know we can.
That's very
It's just
speaking
taking
giant.
longer.
Oh,
As he looks down towards you, and in the common, in a kind of the similar common that only seem to be able to speak. What did they promise you, small rats? Livestock for the slaughter, to serve your better. Did they tell you that you would have a chance to defeat me? I've conquered giant kind. I wrenched control of these lands when new forces came to invade, when the clans to the east were driven out by that amethyst monster, when the swamp raiders tried to claim the acid pools. I killed each chief and I reunited us. My spoils were earned through might and bloodshed.
Let me respond to this guy.
oh, I was about to say,
Well,
what a
you-
coincidence! You mean the Amethyst Knight who this used to belong to? I'm gonna fucking eat you!
Boy, you really like the sound of your own voice, don't you? We should watch that. That's pretty. That's kind of misogynistic.
It's Alvina's
Sorry.
frenzied grin.
Armir just looks over at the Oni King and just give me that back. Dead staring at him.
That's a terrible line,
Oh,
so
we're gonna hiccup then.
That
You
Arcanite
are
is
even
mine.
worth my time. Why would I waste my efforts on livestock? Akuma Izami, I'll take care of you next. But I want you to watch this, as you seem to have placed hopes in the most gutter of gutters. Your sister would be so disappointed. How far you've fallen, once proud nobles. As for you lot, I'll give you a chance. If you defeat my servants in combat, if you defeat my agents, I might let you leave alive with a small token of my entertainment. Assuming you live. Guardians, see these intruders to the grave.
Remember when I said silence those? We have that?
None of us had silence.
No, what's his name, Dears? Luke
Leo
Grimm.
doesn't have a.
Does he not? Shit!
No,
Someone definitely
he's
had
got-
it. Because we've used
As you watch,
Oh, Professor had it.
Oh, is it Professor Bollocks?
God, this lack of professors really screwing you in this fight.
Yeah, you guys,
Yeah.
you might not miss him in terms of, oh, I missed that guy, but you're sorely missing him in terms of combat.
No, we just need to
helpful
get a
actions,
different spellcaster.
So-
One that's
so
more
what-
tolerable.
Professor 2.0. who you can
No, we
roll
need one that's
in.
more tolerable. We need someone completely different.
So what we're learning is that Sid, who was built to fight giants,
He's really bad at
is
fighting giants.
less useful than the previous character. Yeah.
Very
Tell
good.
everybody,
He's good for
I
killing
told you, I
guys.
did more damage than anyone. I did 79 points of damage.
I know.
You just half to 30 odd,
One
and then
thing.
fuck you did like 100 points of damage and eclipsed you completely.
Well, yeah, but I buffed him. I helped.
As around you, the golden
Oh, really?
death pumpkins crack open, releasing this steam of mist as they begin to expand, and you see kind of rising, hovering out, are these large gold golems inscribed with dozens of tattoos, as their eyes beam with radiant energy, and the beams expand down to look at the party. And the Oni brutes stomp their feet, and you can see the Doju raise up his Void Arcanite Glaive, and the two other Oni brutes summon out their classic +1 golden glaives from the Ether as they ready for combat. And even the Oni mages on either side begin getting into a casting stance. As that's where we're going to end for today.
Oh dear.
I guess if you want to rely on your toys, there's either two toys.
As the Oni King steps back and kind of just crosses his legs, hovering in mid-air, hands behind his head. Clearly are seemingly not interested in taking part in the fight itself. Just waiting to watch, to be entertained.
I have a quick question before we end. Those glaives, do they look like, specifically the Oni King's ones as he's dual wielding them, do they look like they could be considered one-handed weapons?
For the Oni King who is huge, yes. For the for Doji who's also huge, I guess so, but he's holding his two-handed.
Okay.
For regular people, probably not.
Okay, even without being his strength.
There's a two-handed
Yeah, just tells your
scimitar
size.
Yeah,
in D&D
yeah, it makes
that's
sense.
two-handed.
That's
It
why
just
I was
so happened that
asking.
the-
Yeah, it's like with the
Yeah, the airship propellers aren't like resized or anything because of attunement. They're just literally that size, and he's just big enough
Yeah.
to wield propellers as a blade.
These are special glaives that have versatile. Don't worry about it, James.
Yes, that is us for today. The party have found and discovered the Oni King, who seems to be as very much of a glutton as Robert Baratheon himself.
Yeah.
And they now have to face the Oni Brute Lieutenant, some two other Brutes, two Magi's, and 3 Golden Guardians next
I
time.
think
Let's
we
find out
should
what
retreat, guys.
No,
I think we should absolutely retreat at this point.
no.
Who knows?
I
You have a
think we
week to
just
discuss it.
ignore what he said and go for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or continue going for him. Okay, that's that's fair.
Oh,
Well, you have a
that's
week to
quite
convince them otherwise.
Mhm.
No, I think your biggest challenge is just the fact he's
Yeah, the 20 feet
feet
in the
up in
air
the
is
air.
like, how many people can reach that?
Tiny, like-
2.
I can cast fly. Well, I can cast fly or levitate, but I will lose the bot.
Hmm.
I can
I
cast
will-
fly.
We have a
Jump on
giant.
my gecko.
We have a giant monkey who could probably, if we go
Yeah,
on top of him,
we could
off
make
off.
we could make the monkey fly.
Could I have, as part of my movement, have climbed partially up the giant monkey? Could that have been
You
something
can
I
ask
did?
all these questions next time
Yeah.
and do them
Yep.
at the beginning of your turn. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.
See ya!
Bye.
Bye.
Well,
This was so fun.
This was
Yeah.
I love paladins.
Paladins are fun.
We got through 3 maps technically.
Yeah.
Counting the sewer.
Okay,
Yeah.
and on my end, that was hilarious. Thank you very much, Chris. Blaze, that was hilarious. I'll be back on Monday, and also Ged is changed to Tuesday next week because scheduling. So just prep for that. You're gonna have to put up with us earlier. But yeah, see you guys. Have a fantastic evening. So one of you keep limiting games, keep it awesome, you guys. Oh, the best way to Switch. Have a fantastic evening. Good night.
Bye.
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 One day I'll decipher